people like say like, oh, alcoholics have a victim complex. Okay, but you make me a victim, and that is the truth. That is actually the truth. I become a victim of people trying to actively find where I am. I become a victim of when people try and actively do unnecessary live streams
Morning
about
show.
me and look for clout. That puts me into a victim. So yes,
thank you,
I am
sir.
a victim in that situation. Do you know what I mean? I think people just need to leave me alone. If you leave me alone from when someone is actively out as trans and wants to raise awareness for it and be an activist.
Please, 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 just don't go there. I don't think the trans community wants you as their spokesperson. I don't think you're the perfect prime example to bring awareness. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I'll take a step back and realise who you are as a person. Because I guarantee you now, you would never be on anyone's trans list. You know what I mean? If there was going to be someone that was a spokesperson for the trans community, your name would definitely never be mentioned.
People see it as a mock and people hate on it. But when I see people who are trans who don't talk about being trans, then they...
But isn't that up to them? If trans people want to speak about them being trans, that is their experience. That's their place to do if they choose to. You can't then say, you're trans, you have to talk about trans. It's like with the gay community, a lot of them saying there, just because I'm a gay person, I don't have to stand by everything that goes on with the gay community. Like, come on. You make yourself seem stupid here.
They don't get as much stick. I noticed that. But I don't give a fuck. Very tough.
She says she don't give a fuck, but anyone that comments... Thank you, Paul. She don't give a fuck, but anyone that comments to do with her and what her beliefs are and all this stuff, it's people bullying her. It's not people bullying anyone. It's bullying is not fucking... You know what I mean? Where are we going now, guys? Where are we going now? We're going to go on to... Oh, thank you, Frankie.
Drinking.
And now we're going to go on to the... How do I say this in a nice way? This was an alcohol debate between two pissheads. There we go. I'm just going to say it.
But it's like chronic drinking, innit? Drinking every day, wanting that drink, wanting the alcohol, needing the alcohol. That's an alcoholic.
Thank you, Dawn.
Waking up, needing it.
Yeah, but how do you get to that point then? Doesn't that not start with binge drinking though?
I don't know. That's what they say on here as well. Because I did once when my doctor told me that, I googled it, and it says it on here as well.
Read it to me, Ange.
There's a binge drinker, an alcoholic. Well, because it will say, I just put alcohol. Yeah. It says here, the most notable symptom of alcoholism is what's that word?
Inability, Ange. Inability.
You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, to stop drinking once you've started. On the other hand, a binge drinker is only likely to have symptoms related to overconsumption of alcohol, such as nausea, vomiting. Oh no, wait a minute. Here it is, here. Here we go. It's common to picture a person with alcoholism, you know, a person who consumes excess.
What the hell was that about then?
You know that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's your
to
face?
stop drinking once you've started. On the other hand, a binge drinker is only likely to have symptoms related to overconsumption of alcohol, such as nausea, vomiting. Oh no, wait a minute. Here it is, here.
The hell's going on there?
It's common to picture a person with alcoholism, you know, a person who consumes excessive amounts of alcohol every day. However, the two conditions aren't the same. Not all who suffer from alcoholism engage in binge drinking, and not all binge drinkers suffer from alcoholism. Oh, I don't know. This is what my doctor said to me. It's now saying something else. Oh, here we go. Here goes. What percentage of binge drinkers become alcoholics? This is only a third of those who admitted binge drinking 10 or more times in the previous month were alcoholics, the study found. So only a third.
Yeah, but binge drinking is still because there's alcohol use disorder. So I think binge drinking comes under alcohol use disorder than actual alcoholism. Do you know?
I'll be real with you. Like, it is literally fucking, I don't know. Do you know, I'm not even going to get into it because I'm not going to sound like fucking I'm an expert in anything there when it comes to that. Them two are clear experts. It's just wild, you know. That they've got experiences for taking alcohol, but yet you're reading up on Google, you know what I mean? You're reading up on Google, but you're experiencing it on a day-to-day basis. I don't know, it's fucking weird. I think they just need to understand, sort their shit out, get help. But why and Alex no more Angie jars my head. Sorry, Maria, we got a couple of videos, more of Angie that I'm going to play because, do you know what it is? It's fucking disgusting. And we will play well, I'm not going to put it out there. This ain't a trigger warning video, guys, by the way. But red wine cures my anxiety. I know, yeah. You learned that off TikTok as well.
Wow. All right then. No.
Morning, Kerry.
Really? Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Morning. Oh, wow. All right.
Big up, Dee.
Thank you. Okay, bye. Oh, dear. I just heard that Top Girl said that told everyone to go and give someone else attention at 12 when all they do is Cam 2. We are going to get our own little Cam 2 up Top Girl that likes to go around calling people a mong. Yes. Don't sit there,
trigger warning, guys. Sorry, I forgot about that. Sorry.
Up her ass because when you slagged her off, how you really hated
Morning,
her.
Trace.
Slagging her off and now up her ass saying, oh, guys, give this person attention when all you do is what you just cam to other people. That is your content. Your content is cam toing other people, Top Girl. You know, that's what it is. You were the rogue mod. By the way, she was the rogue mod. So you want to go and sit in someone's box just watching other people. Make it make sense. Make that make sense. And guys, I will find the videos of what Top Girl has said because you know what? She goes on about EQ. I've spoke about EQ myself, right? About all the things she said. But guess what? You used the word mong.
Trigger warning, sorry guys.
Top Girl. 3 times. So don't sit there talking about other people's behaviour, Top Girl. Don't do that. Do not do that. She was my rogue mod, guys. Top Girl. So when Dave said there was a rogue mod, whether he knew whether there was one or not, it was her. She was running back to Dave. Yes. And all they do is watch me. So you want people to go watch them, watch me. That kind of makes sense.
What I will say to you, Angie, right, is what gives you the right to start. And you know what? It's a rinse and repeat. What happens is she falls out with someone and tries to make that person to be the most evilest person going. Me and Top Girl are not friends, right? We're not friends. However, the woman is pregnant. The woman is pregnant, going through the later stages of pregnancy. You know what I mean? The hormone levels are all over the place. And you think, you know what, you can just jab. You know what I mean? And talk upon her children as well. Which I do have the video about as well. But this is the problem in it. And I do apologise that the MONG word was said in it. I should have done a bit better there, guys. I apologise. But you did say she said it 3 times. But you said it twice in that video. You know what I mean? So just don't judge. You know what I mean? And you've said the S slur to the disabled community about 30 times in one video, if you remember. They got played all over the FYP back a few months back. So don't fucking point the finger. You know what I mean?
Your mental health, are you okay? It was all bullshit, wasn't it, Top Girl? You did call someone a mom 3 times. So don't sit there talking about EQ when you have actually said a slur, okay? And you know what? I question whether you're even pregnant, you know, because you have been pregnant.
See, this is the problem. Questioning someone's pregnancy and stuff like that. Who are you to ask? Who are you to come on this app and ask and demand to know if someone's pregnant or not? Like, honestly, Christopher Walken's doing it out here doing problems, man.
For 2 years right now. Yeah, he would want to have a mother like you. Bye-bye. Go and talk about that.
Well, you can all take that how it is because I've taken that a certain way. But what I will do, I'm going to show the video that pissed everyone off yesterday. You know what I mean? And then we'll move on. Thank you, Donna. And then we'll move on from the situation with Angie because you know what? I don't want her to go on a live saying they've been talking about me again. It's a bully live. It's not a bully live. If you didn't speak shit and you wasn't on the FYP, I wouldn't talk about you Because I'll be honest with you, you bore the life out of me. I'm going to be honest. You literally bore the life out of me because it is a little pity party on a day-to-day basis on your lives and that. And you always go at people, but I've got the views. Well, great. You know what I mean? Hopefully, you know, when you go out to the shop, right? And you walk into a shop and you put the stuff that you've picked up on the counter and they go, that's £35. You can say, I'm going to pay with views. You know what I mean? The real world don't work like that. But anyway, we'll move forward. Thank you, Kelly Speed, for the treasure box.
It's the same Angie that was messaging me whilst I was calling out Pineapple saying, I know it's true, but I can't talk about it because she's been to the police.
What?
It's the same Angie that was messaging me whilst I was calling out Pineapple saying, I know it's true, but I can't talk about it because she's been to the police.
So what? I mean, but I don't know why Top Girl's doing the things she said she wouldn't do. Do you know what I mean? Go and look after your kids, Top Girl. How about that?
And this is the problem, Ange, and I'll be totally honest with you. Like with myself, I was happy to walk away, never mention you again, never do anything and clap back at all. But what you do is, when you part ways, instead of parting ways with people, you push and you get people, you call them wrong uns, you'll bring up everything they've ever done on the app to try and fucking damage them a little bit worse, instead of just moving on. And this is what you do. It's rinse and repeat. Every single person that you fell out with, you've tried to bring down. You know what I mean? No ifs, buts, maybes. It's factual. You do it with everyone.
You're always on TikTok. Well, she just got Top Girl doing what she promised not to do.
Morning, Miss Libra.
Okay, so I just wanted to see what that was about. I thought it was about something, because when I saw Pineapple's name, I was thinking, what's that about? But I can't talk about it because it's a police matter. I can't talk about it. What's the issue? Do you know what I mean? What's the issue? She's doing something she said she promised she'd never do. The true Top Girl. Pineapple did warn me about her so many times. Do you know what I mean? But I didn't listen. Sitting on TikTok.
I'm glad you took advice off a charity thief, Ange. Glad you took advice off a charity thief.
24/7. Go look after your children.
Yeah, and this is the problem, and this is why Angie gets the name that she gets, right? Because she'll constantly mention people's children. She'll always bring up people's children. And like I said, that was the story that she didn't tell the app. You know what I mean? The reason why I put her face, and I do regret it, on Jimmy Savile. You know what I mean? Because my child, I have a daughter, right, guys, and I'll tell you, I have a I have a female child, you know what I mean? A little girl. And I don't bring it to the app because the people that have obviously called out the wrong uns on the app before have targeted me. They've brought my dead dad on there. They've made accounts. They've gone after my daughter and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So as a protective parent, I don't bring it to the app, right? So I told someone off the app, I classed as a friend at the time, a bit of personal information about me and my family and all this stuff, yeah? That person then apparently told Linz, and then Linz apparently told Angie, right? And she kept talking about my child for days on the app, saying that, oh, I wonder if he's not allowed to see his child. Just making up lies, just making up loads of lies into this, right? And then I clapped back saying, you know what, you've got an obsession with children, it's weird. And yeah, I shouldn't have stooped so low, and I'll hold my hands up. But that's what I mean. It's up to me as a parent to bring my child on the app if I choose to, or mention my child, not you, and not your group of people. You know what I mean? But no, she didn't tell you that story. It was always, oh, he put my face on Jimmy Savile, and he's the worst wronger. No, Ange, you said that guy's innocent. You said Jimmy Savile was innocent. But you don't tell people that either, do you? And that's the problem. You don't tell people the truth. You tell people what they want to hear. And that's the problem in your little gang, your little crew, and your little people in your life saying, poor Angie, pity party. It's not the truth. The truth is what I'm saying to you. I called you out and said, why are you talking about my child? And you said, oh, it's on the it's on the app. But it wasn't on the app. It wasn't on the app. Someone told Linz off the app. Apparently, I don't know if it actually happened, but apparently told Linz. Linz told you, and you put it on the app. You know what I mean? Thank you, Jesse. And I always say, like, it's weird how you always bring children into it. And you go, I'm not talking about children, I'm talking about parenting. No, you're talking about children. Innocent children. Two things you don't do on this app is bring up children and bring up the people that can't defend themselves, which are the people that are not alive anymore. Thank you, Jessa. But you know what I mean? This is what I mean with this app. You're talking about kids. I'm talking about kids, Deb. I'm definitely not talking about kids. You know what I mean? One thing I won't do is talk about children. You'll never see me talk about people's children on this app. Because, you know what I mean, what someone behind a screen is definitely not valid. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Jesse, for the treasure box, guys. Jesse's put a treasure up. Can everyone thank Jesse, please, guys? Let me see where we're going to go now. Yeah, and this is a trigger warning, guys. This is a trigger warning now. This went on in a live yesterday, and this is major trigger warning. Because this was a lot of transphobia, and I think this was disgusting. And I'm going to highlight this because I don't like this person anyway, because I know situations that was put out on the app that seems to have obviously got pushed under the carpet and that, swept under the carpet. And it's really disgusting, guys. And you know what? Playing this will probably get me a banana. Maybe not. I don't know. But you know what? I think that while the people are in here, everyone should be in here and seeing it for themselves. Corey, no, Devin. This is Millen. This is. I played the Corey thing yesterday, and I will entertain that Corey thing because he is a. I'm gonna see it. He's a. I don't like Corey for what he did yesterday, trying to make out that I was trying to insinuate a certain situation. No, I was playing a video that I was tagged in on the FYP, and I spoke to Alicia, and Alicia messaged me and said that, oh, apparently it's out of context. And then the more I stuck back and thought there, what I was waiting for, because my mind thinks out of the box a lot of the time, and I think to myself, there must be another reasoning for this. I couldn't think of one reason, right? One reason. I love TikTok Shop. I couldn't think of one reason for Corey to say that child deserves a SLAP. Couldn't think of one reason, and that's rare for me because I could think, oh, but this could have been said. This could have been said. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I couldn't see it, but like I said, if apparently there was going to be a full clip that was sent to me of the actual thing, and it never was sent to me, so I ain't playing it again. But like I said, trigger warning, guys. Yeah, there was a video that went up yesterday, and he said that someone give that child a SLAP or something. But you know, apparently it was out of context by Alicia. But I was trying to think of any reasoning that could have been said, and I couldn't think of a reasoning, guys. But this is Milan, Gemzino, Torian, and this has nothing to do. By guys, let me just say this. Even though I don't get on with Gemzino, me and Torian don't speak or anything. This has nothing to do with any one of these in the box we've took. Not in the box, in the live with Milan. This is out of Milan's mouth, and this is all about Milan. Nothing about anyone else. So don't target anyone else that's in this live, please. All right. And trigger warning, guys, because this is raw as shit. This is.
That's what you are, darling. You're a man in a fucking wig. You got a cock between your fucking ball sack, darling, between your legs. That's what you are, darling. You got a cock. You're like and all the rest of them, darling. Shut the fuck up. No, darling, I'll say what the fuck I want, you fucking tranny. Go cut off your cock and then you'll be a woman. Fuck off.
Die ogen staan zo diep in zijn hoofd.
You fucking bitch.
Ik weet niet hoe die is voluit. Ik heb echt één keer verschillen en
16k, you're a fucking nobody, darling.
En het is mij
no one gives a fuck about bullying and harassment.
So yeah, that was Milan. That was Milan yesterday. You know what I mean? And if you kind of, he's always been the same, Milan. He wants to be the centre of attention. And I will say in that there was a situation that happened a while ago, and I'll bring it up now because I think that some things have to be highlighted. He didn't give a shit knowing the stuff that Cheyenne was doing off the app when she was chatting to all these grown-ass men, right? And she was a young female, right? And she was saying, I can't be asked to go out tonight. I don't want to go and meet these people. Mr. Millen here was like, come on, we can go out, we can get some legions and get some drunk and all this stuff. That's what he did. You know what I mean? So he pushed her into environments that she wasn't safe in. I ain't gonna fucking bullshit you. I'll tell you exactly how it all went down. Do you have context? Maybe how it started. Don't just jump to conclusions. Can you tell me a reasoning behind that? Why that would be said? It wouldn't make any difference, would it? Like, what account is that video on, please? It is on. Give me a second. It just says TikTok. Because 1 minute. Oh, what a sec. It just says TikTok. So what I do is I share the status of the video to my one. I'll message you if I've got. Well, I'll find it and I'll message you. I'll message you, Baguette. No, I was asking. It didn't sound the way I typed. Oh no, it's all right. But you know what it is? It's like if you stuck back now, what reasoning could you ever give for someone to speak like that? I don't think that needs context. There should never ever be a reasoning for that. You know what I mean? You can't be that fucking transphobic and say there's a reason behind it. You know what I mean? Can you repost it yet? Yeah, it's disgusting. And this is what I mean. This is the person that wanted to do the FYP in the morning and stuff. Who was he aiming at? I'm not sure who he was aiming at, but it doesn't matter. It's on a public platform in front of probably thousands of people. You know what I mean? And speaking like that, there's going to be people that's going to be offended. I'm not going to replay it, guys, just due to the context of the information he was spilling and the fucking vileness. Because at the end of the day, the account will probably get taken. He's in the LGBTQ community. I know, it's madness, isn't it? Yeah, there's probably is a reason, but it's still not okay. Yeah, even if someone called him something, it doesn't make it right to clap back that way either, does it? You know what I mean? It wouldn't make it right. Two wrongs don't make a right in any eyes, you know what I mean? You couldn't be targeted then attack someone else for something different. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, tag me Spaghetti in it, please. It'll make it easy, because you know what I mean? I'll probably forget. Makes him just as bad, exactly. He was just basically going after a trans female, Ellie, and saying that she's got a sausage between a sack between her legs and all that stuff. He's just disgusting. Trigger warning, guys. He is too cocky. And your hair looks shit. How about that one as well? Where are we going now, guys? We've got to go think of somewhere. And do you know what it is? This is cringeworthy here, so I'm going to give a massive trigger warning. Can we have trigger warnings in here, guys? And there's a possibility you might fall asleep here, right? I thought he looked different, not the hair. Yeah. It was just cringe. EQ will defend him next. Nah, definitely not. I think they've had their, yeah, it is. Trigger warning, we're going to go sleep. We're going to go sleep here, guys. Here we go, guys. Trigger warnings, major trigger warnings. Do you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Out of everyone that I've gone to wars with on this app, right? This person I was in a live with before, and you know what? You can't get a conversation off him. And you know what? This guy triggers me. Just watching him trigger me. So we're talking about Bugbush Brett here. You know, Bugbush Brett. Thank you for Tora. Sorry for doing this to you guys. Sorry, guys, for doing that for you. It's the most I've ever seen the twat move, to be honest with you. I'm going to be totally honest with you. Like, the guy's literally, you know the sponges of the app, you know, the ones that I see a drama and that. And, like, you know who Prince Brat's become, you know, like the sponge. You know what I mean? Trying to find his little bit of drama, jumping into lives. Like, he will always hang on to Ems, because Ems will get the views, and he'll there float in between and that, and then he'll see all these single women coming in his live, and then he'll play this Romeo, you know what I mean? Fucking, the guy's a fucking wild one, man. Honestly, I've never met anyone like him in my life. Like, I'm going to be totally honest with you. Where are we going now? We have got Court Assassin, and I don't know who this Agnew, I don't even know who he is, and they're talking about Misread. So let's play this, guys. This was someone I was tagged in as well yesterday. I haven't watched the full of this as well. And follow Alex for punishing us. I know, sorry, guys.
In her fucking kitchen and a fucking wherever she fucking stays, and she sits there talking about every cunt and every name under the sun. Listen, she must think. I think she's actually I think she's starting to believe herself. She's in some sort of show or something. I think she's got into her head she's in some sort of show. Honestly, I think your woman, Misread, she's just talking about. They're going to talk about it. This is what she said today. She was like, "Well, we can't speak about this until tomorrow, until we get the facts." I'm like, who does this person think she is? Sitting in her kitchen in fucking Birmingham, fucking on TikTok, fucking thinking that she's fucking someone she's not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, like she's like an
She's some other
investigator.
fucking bum talking shit about other
And then
creators.
she can like give out the facts to people. So that is just
Big up
crazy.
Emma. Big up Emma. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you.
Honestly, Eduardo, man, it's crazy. This app has got to that many people's heads. There's no backtracking. Like it really has. Some people are just. Some people are that fucking. They think that they're this some sort of empire on the app. They think that they're untouchable. They think that they are everything that they say is gospel. It's cringy as fuck. Like to see your woman sitting there on her high stool that she bought from Home Bargains and running every bastard down on the app. Like mad.
Yeah, that is mad. Yeah. That is mad.
The best thing that I could say is like, just do your own thing. Like I do my travel content and it keeps me out of trouble. Like it keeps me out of bother. Like I used to just be a head case and go on the drink for a fucking weekend or whatever. But like I've done 30 countries. I've travelled 30.
First thing I'm going to say is Agnew. I think your name's Agnew, whatever it is. I am like the headhunter of the click, and we have a space available if you'd like to come in. You know what I mean? Just need your bank details and 3 drops of blood. You know what I mean? And you can have to wear a T-shirt saying "I love Misread" and the click for 3 days. But that's all. And if you actually want to make an application and that, please go in my inbox. I'll send you a form out through the post. You know what I mean? So we've got a spot remaining. You know what I mean? Because we've lost one of the click members. So unfortunately, you actually fit the criteria. You know what I mean? So I'll send it out to you and that. Please reach out to me, guys. You know what I mean? Where are we going now? Where are we going? Oh, yeah, we're going to go to Diadro now. We're going to go to Diadro. Trigger warning, guys. We're not going to put him in the book yet at the moment. If he responds, I'll go at him and we'll put him in the book. Anyway, we're going to Diadro, guys. Trigger warning. Oh, no, I know, but he's on the FYP and we have to keep it transparent. You know what I mean? I don't want to highlight this guy, you know what I mean, because he's a twat. But we'll move forward. We have to. Can we put him in the book, please, Alex? We can't put him in the book because I don't know too much about him. All I can put is Agnew, twat, you know what I mean? If people can tell me information about him and that, and with proof, you know what I mean? I have to add the proof with it. Yeah, I'll whack him in the book, guys. So if you can help me out there we go.
First of all, right, let's just clear some things up here. The reason this is kicked off today is simply because I've not answered my phone. I've had missed call after message, but I have had enough of being disrespected. I am a man that deserves respect. Like, I have made it in life. I have everything a man would want, and I deserve respect. When you disrespect me, you're right, I take a stance. and I didn't answer my phone. I didn't say all the messages have been deleted that's been sent, but that's it. That's why I kicked off. Like, that's it. That's why it's kicked off. That's it. First of all, that's why it's kicked off. But the reason that it kicks off in social media, let me educate you. The reason it kicks off is, sorry, it's in sub-chat. The reason it kicks off in social media, right, is for views and money. So what you've seen here is Remy being in a relationship with me, and what happens is the bank balance goes down. You know that, you've seen it, because men are motivated to gift. Not all men, but men are motivated to gift in this app for one reason. You know why? Because they want it's fantasy gifting. Women that you might never, you probably never sleep with, but it gives them a buzz. They've got millions, they can do what they want. Right? I'm fine with that. But what you seen was when we were back together there wasn't big gifts. That's it. Bank balance was low, and then the simply it ended so that she looked single to show Will with gifts. She knows when she's single she'll make thousands of pounds off Will. That's it.
But isn't he Will though? Didn't that come out that he was Will? I don't know if it's factual and that. But didn't it come out that he was the Will guy that was gifting Remy? Am I wrong? Because didn't he get exposed for it, or wasn't he called out? No, he's not. No, okay. No, he's American. Okay, because I'm pretty sure once there was a video out there saying that Deidre is Will. You know what I mean? I'm glad you confirmed it. I didn't want to put it out there, guys. But yeah, no, he was gifting her last night. Yeah, we definitely know he's delusional. Apparently, he's not Will Pipe. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I asked the question. Remy confirmed he isn't. Well, there we go then. There we go. It's not Will. That's what I mean. That's why I asked the question. And this is Remy as well. This was Remy comes live and asks what happens when a woman gets pushed to their limit, then drops something about a paramedic and someone asks for a glove. Interesting. Well, this is the thing, innit? Like I said, I have no sympathy for Sophie. I have no sympathy for... I have no sympathy for the ex-mods that all came forward, that knew what it was like at the time, but there was all in there happily getting the money and happily getting all the fucking... I don't know how to say the word fame, but you know what I mean, the followers and all the interaction with the bigger creators and stuff due to being associated with the Piedro. You know what I mean? There was all there. There was all fine at the time, but when something happened, they all want to throw him under the bus and make themselves to be innocent. No, you wasn't innocent. You was all part of it. You're all as bad as each other. You're all creeps, to be honest with you. And I think it's totally acceptable. Alex, can we tap? Oh, sorry, guys. But yeah, this is her response.
Now, let me just ask you guys a question. I want to know something.
On Vinted, you can sell your pre-owned clothes.
What happens?
Almost zero fees. Don't wear it, sell it.
When a woman gets pushed to their limits, what happens?
She sold her car with motorway. She got more.
What happens when a woman gets pushed to their limits? Gets cheated on, gets lied to, gets taken advantage of. What happens?
I can answer that if you want, Remy. You stay with him. Because you knew about all this before. He'd done it to multiple different women when you got with him. He did it to you while you was with him, and you stayed with him. For what reason? There's the answer, Remy. You've answered it yourself. You stayed with him and you continued. And now you throw your dummy out the pram, you're frustrated. And you know what? It's like, oh my God, everyone feels sorry for me. No one feels sorry for you, Remy. You know what I mean? I don't think actually you feel sorry for yourself.
We snap. You break away. You leave. We turn psycho. We glow up.
Considering it's really triggering for her and all this stuff, she's got a smile on her face, she's grinning. She's a narcissist as well. 100% a narcissist.
Walk away. They flip out. Snap. Revenge.
The Dream Stock clearance sale is now on.
You have a glow up. It's in the chat. We run.
You can save a fantastic 20% on selected Spider-Man mattresses.
You go
It's not me, guys. It's the recorder.
Love your bed. Exclusive buy.
Hi, back.
Full-on flavour of pucker. Whenever, wherever, and however.
But what actually happens? We snap and we see our worth.
Features.
You leave. So many psychos in the chat. You play games. You expose. Interesting. Run to their ex. Do you know what? I've actually got an amazing ex. But I actually have someone who was honestly incredible to me, but I just wasn't grown up enough to like have that with them.
Use them to play your favourites for free in our Ladbrokes arcade, like Fishing Frenzy and Gold Strike. Ready to start collecting. Play for free at Ladbrokes.
But I'm just
Ladbrokes Inspire.
Morning, Crazy Welch. Morning. We're back again, guys. Sorry, the lag happens. You know what it's like.
to be honest, when they've had enough, when they've been pushed to their limits. I just wanted to know what would women do? I've got a question for you women. What would you do if you were with paramedics and someone asked for a glove? What would you do? What would you do if you were with paramedics and you got asked for a glove? What would you do? I just want to know. Would you air it on TikTok? I just want to know everyone's opinions on what would happen.
The thing is, when you're asking for random people's opinions, right, from your experiences that you've gone through and that, it's, for me, it's fucking wild. Like, this is things you're apparently going through. Why are you asking for random people's fucking opinions? Like, take your own advice, and whatever you feel is valid, obviously. But you're absolutely looking like an absolute fool when you're asking random people's opinions, not knowing what you've actually gone through. The woman's nuts, man.
Interesting. It's just good to know everyone's opinions, you know? You just want to know. You'd expose. You'd spill the beans. Ignore. No, I'm just wondering, like, I just want to know women's opinions, like if you were with paramedics and someone said, can you send me a glove? Oh, fucking Halil wants to battle now. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
That's the end of that, anyway. Basically, the context of it and that, apparently there was an ambulance called out, and he was more bothered about a glove that she had in a battle for him to be used, basically, rather than what was going on. But look at that. She was talking about... Thank you, Kaz. I thought she meant latex glove. No. She's talking about, like, a serious thing that she's going through, and then she's like, oh my God, Halil wants to battle, let me go and battle. And then she expects people to feel sorry for her and take what she's saying as serious. You know what I mean? She doesn't care about anyone but her bank balance, you know what I mean? And the worst thing about it is there's children involved in all this. In this throuple, in this three-way triangle between Sophie, Remy and Deadro, there's innocent children involved in this. You know what I mean? And they think it's a game, you see. They think it's a game and it isn't. Because it'll have a knock-on effect to the upbringing of them children. And it's disgusting. The fact is that she would rather come on live than handle what's going on. You know what I mean? She'd rather come on live, out all bullshit like Sophie did. They're all the same. They're all in the same boat. I don't care about people going, oh, but it was out of order about what happened to Sophie. Well, did you have the same energy for Bex, the one that was before Sophie? What happened to her when it was come to Sophie? No, you don't. And these people, seen he was on Claire's law and chose to stay with him, decided to have a family with this person. You know what I mean? But expect everyone to feel sorry for him. It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Because I'll say how it is. It's a load of bullshit, hypocrisy, and you're all full of shit. You know what I mean? You was all there happy as Larry in the box battles, getting all this money. But when people called it out and said, you know what, he's messaging a child, and he's done this, he's been a bigot, he's done all the horrendous things that he's done, he's actually on Claire's law. You know all this. You all knew this, and you stayed with him, and now you're throwing your hands up in the air and going, oh my God, feel sorry for me. Morning evil, innit? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for fucking none of you. Why are you talking on kids? Charlotte Fuller. Why are you talking on children? Can someone pin that, guys, for me, please? You know what I mean? Let's, you know what I mean? Let's, Charlotte Fuller, we're just gonna just show you how the stupidity of you, because we know what you are. You like to go around their lives and be controversial and stuff, you know what I mean? Answer, why am I talking about children? Really? Like, I think you should read the chat. I think you should absolutely read the chat. I think you should read the chat, to be honest with you, because I ain't speaking on children at all. I'm speaking on a situation. Why are you talking about Remy and Sophie's kids? Oh, Evil Queen, how are you? You can't really say anything, really, can you? But I'm not going to make this live about you, EQ, and I'm not going to make the live about Charlotte Fuller, because if you need to go on the app and search both of them, their wrongdoings, please do, you know what I mean? I know, Evil Queen. Imagine coming in here and saying, why are you speaking on Remy and Sophie? Why are you trying to enable racism? And why are you also trying to speak on the disabled community and said dribbling in front of it as well? Disgusting. Disgusting. Absolute. I'm not on about you, Charlotte Fuller. That's why I said Evil Queen in front of it. Why are you trying to pull it back about you and about race? I'm not mentioning you. You know what I mean? Who's mentioning you to do with race? Can you not understand what I'm saying? Like, I actually said EQ, Evil Queen, you know what I mean? Does that sound like Charlotte Fuller? I don't think it does it? Bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. But anyway, we will continue with the conversation. You know what I mean? It's just wild, isn't it? It's wild in here, isn't it, this morning? I love it, I do. I love it that people come in and try and stir shit and it doesn't actually work. Bad man. Bad man. Are you okay? Have you been drinking all night? Don't talk about their children. Well, you like to talk about people's children, don't you? I'm sure you said you told people that they fondled it. I'm not, do you know what, guys? I'm not, sorry, I apologise. I'm not going to go into it, guys. I'm not going to be triggered by this individual in here. I'm not giving her my energy. You know what I mean? I'm not giving you my energy, Evil Queen. I'm not giving you my energy. You don't deserve my energy. But, EQ, I know, yeah. EQ, the wannabe misread, yeah. Anyway, this was Charming Villain yesterday. There was a video I got tagged in. Come on, guys. As much as me and EQ go at each other, we'll keep this live normal, you know what I mean? I'm not going to keep it in everyone attacking each other in the comments, you know what I mean? If she comes for you, you're more than valid to respond, but don't just jump on her, please. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Some masks are slipping, especially in the last 24 hours or so. In the aftermath of all of this, I've made a few videos about some people. And you know, with Zach, the thing that's different is because with some of the creators, like, for example, EQ and the nonsense that she said yesterday, it's expected, right? She says outrageous stuff all the time. The tiger doesn't change its stripes. Nobody's listening to EQ for any type of advice on any subject. You just watch her for the drama. That's it. With Zach.
Did you hear that, EQ? Did you hear that? Perfect timing.
A lot of people enjoyed his humor, his, positivity that he was trying to portray, his funniness, all of that. So a lot of people took it really hard. Really, really, really hard. And especially his allyship for people of color and how he would go into people's boxes and defend them and all the stuff that he would do. It just really hurt so many people. And you don't even have to be a person of that community to be upset by it. I think so many people were just blindsided to hear him so casually say the things that he was saying, even people of the disabled community as well, and then to come on and double down on saying some of those words, and then to try to use an excuse, it's just wild. But I was always suspicious of Zach. As soon as I found out what happened with CLA and how he basically stalked her while she was in a mental facility and she didn't even know who he was, and he drove down there and lied to the staff of the place saying that he was one of CLA's sons so he could get inside, and then he even spoke to one of the nurses or medical staff there about her condition. Yeah, I was like, when I heard that whole story and saw on YouTube and TikTok the different clips and stuff, I couldn't believe it. And that is definitely not normal behavior. And then when all the stuff came out with Miss Red and how he sent these pictures to Miss Red, and she wasn't innocent in that situation either, but when I heard that he was able to send those pictures to Miss Red, I knew immediately that you're dealing with a person that's an extreme manipulator. Also, the subsequent times when issues came up, like with him and this woman that he borrowed a bunch of money from, or even the stuff with the woman Lucy, yeah, lots of red flags had been flying for me for a while with Zach, and I would watch him with a grain of salt, and I would still laugh, though I still didn't think he was capable of just so casually saying the slurs that he said. And now other people that are feeling like they need to come out and defend him, even though he's a grown person, he can defend himself. I don't necessarily think they're doing it because they're such best friends with him and they care about him. I think for them, it's more like they're afraid for themselves and their own platform. Because if something like this does take Zach down at a time when he was probably at his highest,
there you go.
Many of them can get taken down. So I think they're kind of like almost like playing a game of Survivor and trying to link arms and make sure that he doesn't go down because they're afraid for themselves. I think that he will eventually come back on. He's going to say that he got help for mental health. He's gotten help for some type of substance abuse.
What I will say about Charming Villain, she's nailed this here, right here. Like, this was before he come on the live in the daytime. This was him before he came on, and she's nailed, and she's saying here exactly what he said on his live.
He's gonna apologize. He's gonna say he's gonna do better, and he will be able to keep some of his audience. Though I think he's probably lost a bunch of people, and I also think that he won't have anything more going on than what he's got going on now. Once you get caught on camera, on video, on audio, saying something like that, all bets are off about any type of future endeavors to grow your brand or your business. Looks like he will be battling on TikTok, unless he wants to go out and get a regular job. But even that, it could affect his ability to even get a regular job. Because the employers Google people. That's what they do.
Yeah, Evil Villain's done a few videos on a few different people, and what she said there is 100% correct. Like, everything she said from start to finish with the CLA stuff is factual. It was out on the FYP, but you see, TikTok moves too fast, you see, and people forget. Like, next week, the Zach thing will be gone, and like with the EQ situation, whatever she does, people forget about, and it just moves, you know what I mean? And that's why I'm not going to continue to mention Zach in a certain way, because at the end of the day, that would make me a hypocrite, you know what I mean? Like I said, I put the stuff that was out on the FYP, and when he was going live saying, this is just people doing this for like clout and that, not really, not at all, not in my eyes. I don't financially benefit off doing lives and stuff, as everyone knows. So I come live every day, 8 AM, to do what I want to do and interact with you, you know what I mean? One sec, guys, I've got a message. Guys, can I just show something here now, right? I'm going to show you something. And this just goes to show where the sickness of the app comes. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to leave that there. Tilly is Miss Red's grandchild. Tilly is Miss Red's grandchild, and this just goes to show, don't it? You come in her live saying, I can't believe you're talking about kids. No, I ain't mentioning kids. But this just goes to show the seriousness of these individuals. They think it's acceptable. And yeah, okay, I've answered back now, and she loves this, and she's got her rise off it. But at the end of the day, like I said, it just goes to show. I don't want to give her a reaction, but you know what? This has to be highlighted. Why there's 1.2k in here and that. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. Yeah. She said the worst stuff. She said worse stuff. She's also said about sniffing her granddaughter's nappies and stuff. She said some of the worst stuff. You know what I mean? I'm trigger warning, guys. She's honestly, it's so wild. Oh my God. Here we go, guys. There's another one that's just been literally put up. And if this is not mocking weird stuff, yeah, guys, look at this. Miss Red sniffs nappies. Miss Red sniffs nappies. You know what I mean? Like, come on. This is what goes on, unfortunately. You know what I mean? This is the problem with the app. You know what I mean? Put her in the book. Do you know what? Do you know what? With the book and that, and this is where it gets to a different level. It goes to a different level. You know what I mean? It's not the first time. It's not the last. But like I said, TikTok moves too fast. People forget what people have done, and it most definitely in the book. I know. It's honestly, and it's a shame, you know. It's so yeah, I've got to mess with this now. God's sake. There was another. Can you explain what was said, please? Person that's just messaged me. There was worse things she could. Well, I don't think there's worse things, to be honest with you. I don't think there's much worse things at all. I think it's just disgusting. You know what I mean? I'm going to be totally honest with you. What's Red said? In the book, freak, yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to write a book, you know. Not write an actual book, but I'm going to actually do, I'm going to actually write it down. AQ hates women facts. No, she hates people that she can't manipulate and get on side, you know what I mean? That's all she does. Remember her strategy to create diversion away from the current topic? Yeah, we know. A lot of people have done that. It's not just her. I can't just say it's her. There's a lot of people. You know what I mean? I think Ems has done it unintentionally, hasn't she? With having that guy on board and that. But anyway, we will continue, guys, because at the end of the day, like, we don't want to bring it back to that situation. Where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here? Oh yeah, we got trigger warning, guys. We've got boring Barry again with Remy and Sophie. So unfortunately, we'll have to play this for you.
Guys, if he swore on his own children, like he just swore on his daughter's life, yeah, he never slept with me on Christmas Day. Literally, don't believe that man. Is absolutely disgusting. Vile. That 10-week-old innocent baby, you vile man. Literally, it's disgusting, that is.
That's okay, Tricia.
He's reporting your life. Well, you can report me.
These messages are so nice.
Oh. See, I told you you'd have more people behind you than against you.
I hate whatsoever. There's people saying, sorry, I didn't believe you. Sorry, I hated on you. I'm so sorry. Like, I knew, like, you would finally find a way out. Yeah.
Like I said to you, like, it's a breath of fresh air when you actually meet someone nice, you know?
Yeah.
That's the thing. And when you're on with obviously that other guy, do you know what I mean? You're happy, you're smiling, you're laughing, you know. But when you're obviously on with Dan, you're like, you know, like, oh, I can't say anything. You need to stop swearing on Nevaeh's life. I know he's a vile man. If I ever see him in the street, I swear to God, that's what I'll do. Disgusting. That poor innocent little girl. Oh. He's reporting everyone. He can report me, I don't care. Thank you so much.
Report all you like.
Guys, thank you so much for your help. Thank you so much, guys. Now everyone's messaging me because I said I'm looking at messages. I love that. Why is she trying to force you with another man? So she's set me up an arranged marriage. What do you mean? She's even paid for it. Isn't it? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yes. I mean, come on, anyone's better than him. Come on. Come on. Yeah, come on, guys. I don't know who that is that's just messaged me, but Soph outed my fucking number, so thank you, whoever you are. Hey, you got another number there, haven't you? Yes.
You know, you're boring the life out of me. I'm not even watching it now. You're absolutely boring the life out of me. I need to fix this screen. It's doing my absolute Sweden, guys. Give me a second. That'll do, guys, that'll do. You know what it is, right? I just can't deal with them. I think leave all them to it and that. They'll sort their own shit out. You know what I mean? But anyway, we're going to move forward now. And this was this is where I wanted your opinion of this. I want to hear your opinion, because I've taken this a certain way. And if Devon's in here, Devon was in the chat in this live. And interacting with the host, right? And I want you to have your opinion. I don't want me to say anything for now, right? I have got my opinion. Yeah, Devon, you was in the... There's nothing bad on you. I'm just saying you're in the live now, so you was in the chat, so, you know what I mean? You can... No, it's nothing bad. I'm just saying you can actually... I've got my view on this. I don't like certain things about all of this. There's 2 separate videos that I don't like. But... Like I said, this was Miss Remy's live, and she speaks about Evil Queen yesterday, and this is the first part of it. I just want you to have your own mind on this. You know what I mean? Now he's done nothing. He's nothing. He was just in the live interacting. I'm just saying, like, he can probably shine a bit of light on this, because for me, I took a step back and I took this a certain way, and I didn't like it. And that's no shade to me and Remy don't talk, obviously, but it's no shade towards her. It was just a situation that I didn't agree with and I didn't like, and it seemed a bit of I'm not going to say anything because I want you to make your own mind up, guys, but here we go.
And we've taken it, which means you can't use it.
Thank you, Jeff.
And I will say, even within the black community itself, there are some black people who will use the N-word in their day-to-day life. The N-word is used in hip-hop culture and in music. And it's their right to use it because it's our word now. It's not yours, it's our word. And also in the black community, there are people in the black community who never use that word, me being one of them. Never use the word. But if I'm in a space where there are other black people using that word, that's their choice.
What I'm talking about isn't nothing to do with this. I would never comment on who can use that word. That is nothing to do with me. I'm a Caucasian male. It's not to do with that. It's the follow-on after this. I'm just letting you know, guys.
I'm not going to say anything because it's our motherfucking word. And if we want to put it in a song, we will. And if the men them down the street want to use it to call at each other they can. Please stop. White people, please stop telling black people, oh, don't put the N-word in your songs. It's our motherfucking word. We'll do what we want. Yeah?
You block it, Keller.
I was pissed when I saw that shit. Oh, well, if it's such a bad word, why do they keep putting it in their songs? Don't get me started today. Just keep sending me African animals. That's the only thing that's going to keep me calm. I need giraffes. I need lions. I need meerkats. Elephants. Send them. Just send them. So,
So that's the first thing I don't like. When you're talking about racism and you're mentioning the certain words, and it's quite a serious situation. Well, very serious, sorry, not quite serious. Very serious. You then start saying, I need all the gifts. I need the giraffes. I need the lion sent to me. And even if it was said in jest, for me, it's not a good look. Personally, for me, when to see this video. For you to say... Well, I'm back, guys. Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm back. Oh my god, it was a joke. But okay, right. You're saying it's a joke, but there's another part of these videos that I want you to see, right? I think she was just joking. But this is what I'm saying. This is what I mean. I want everyone's opinion. I don't want just what I'm saying. I don't want what I'm saying. I'd like to listen to what other people are saying as well. You know what I mean?
Again, listen, it's fuckeries. It's fuckeries. I know why she's doing it. She wants to get Zach back. Fufi just sent me. I can't with Fufi. Yeah, exactly, Devon. It's a bad word for you to say. 100%. So I beg all those people listening to Evil Queen, please stop. In regards to this matter, Evil Queen, I beg you, do your shit, right? Do your fuckeries that you do. Like, we can take that, but just stay away from racism, because it's awful, man.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Right? I don't know if this is. I don't know if this is a reach for me or anything like that. I don't want people to feel that I'm reaching here. But is it the same? She's basically saying you can go and say what you want about the disability community, about other people, and do all the fuckeries, but just don't say anything about racism. Am I wrong in thinking that, or is it just me thinking in that way, thinking outside the box like I normally do? Is it me? Is this just me, or is it actually? Is it? I don't think Remy is a bad one. I genuinely don't think she's a bad lady at all. But I'm just saying, on this situation, is it there because she's only speaking on the racism part? I know that only affects her, but she's just said to you, Eva Queen, you go and do your fuckeries, go and do whatever you want, say what about all the fuckeries you want to say, but just don't say it about racism. We should actually do it as a collective. Don't say anything at all that's wrong. Don't mock any fucking thing. You know what I mean? It's just she has a disability. But that's what I mean. She should, if she has a disability, surely she should mention that as well, then, shouldn't she? You know what I mean? Reaching here, sorry, Alex. Well, yeah, if I am, and that's what I mean, Ryan. I love this. I do. You know what I mean? I love difference of opinion, especially from people that support me and that. You know what I mean? She should understand then. I didn't see it that way. She did. But this is what I mean. She did, Alex, honestly. Oh, okay. That's what I mean. This is what I mean. This is a problem with clips and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And you get sent things and stuff. But, like, I will be honest in that. Like I said, I don't think she's a bad person. I generally don't think she's a bad lady at all. I just feel that there's certain situations that she should absolutely just reach out and say, you know what? This is wrong and this is wrong. And even if it was a joke to do with the gifts and stuff, you know what I mean? There's times to be joking. There's times to not be joking. You know what I mean? And I feel that because the topic is really serious, you need to be a bit more considerate to the people that's in their lives.
The shit that you've said the last 2 days, it's fucking awful. Awful, bro. Just stop. Absolute fuckeries, man. And saying things like, oh, he might have said the N-word to his black dog. He's got a white dog and a black dog. He might have been saying the N-word to the black dog. Oh, yeah, because that's all right, isn't it? Stop it. Stop it. Like, honestly, she tried everything to back Zach, and it's just awful. It's just awful, man. Please, I beg you, stop that shit. Stop. Just say you want Zach back on the app. Just say that. That's cool. But all this bullshit that you're spouting, And like I say, I know this evil queening. I get it, but fucking man, come on. And we won't even talk. I can't even talk on the dribbling S's as well. What she said, I can't.
You see, like I said, that's where it cuts off, so I don't actually know the follow-on from that, you see, so that's what I'm saying, like, that's the problem with these clips, and you can only go on these clips if I weren't in the live. However, that's FYP, you play the clips. But I will say that, like, such a serious topic, sometimes you've got to be a little bit more considerate and when to put the jokes out there, and saying that you've gone through a bit of a fucking emotional roller coaster in a sense, and then all of a sudden saying that I need the lions, I need the gifts and all that stuff. There will be people that take a step back and think, you know, that's a bit of a piss take, and there'll be people that support you and think, you know what, it's funny. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing about TikTok, isn't it? You know what I mean? People's perception of things and people's opinions. And like I said, I like Rain in the comments there. She's a mixed race lady and she supports me. And she said that I was reaching a little bit there. And you know what? That's what I want from these lives. I want this from these lives. Just because I'm a host, I want you to disagree with me. I want you to say, nah, I don't think that. Because that's how this thing works. A back and forth between us. We can have a conversation. Alex, you're not letting people in to explain. Can I put gifts into context, please? Yeah, 1 second, Mr. Obsessed. I'm just obviously talking at the moment. And I don't want to tears into laughter, into rage. Yeah, and there was another video in that, but you know what, because I haven't got the full context of it, I'm not going to put it out there because I don't want it to seem like there's a certain agenda here. There really genuinely isn't. Like I said, I don't think she's a bad lady at all. I don't know her too well. Other people do. I just feel there's certain times you do and certain times you don't, you know what I mean? We as a comment section were joking about the gifts. That's what I mean, CG, if you was, you know what I mean? Like I said, that's the thing with the FYP and stuff, you know, when you get sent clips and people, no play, Alex. No, because at the end of the day, the thing is, Devin, if I play more clips, then people say, but there's no context to that, then it'll all come back to me and then say, oh, but you're only playing clips. But that's what I do as a host. I'm on my live going to play the clips that I want to. Morning, Jojo. And then it is. And when I get tagged in them, I'm going to play them, even if it's a smaller creator. Like the other day, I played a clip that only had like 40 odd likes. You know what I mean? It was only had like 560 views. It's because the people was good enough to tag me in it, so I played it. You know what I mean? Also the same with Black Pope. Black Pope didn't have many likes on his video, but he's a person that deserves a voice, so I played his videos, you know what I mean? But I know she meant it. She was just making a point, some people won't like it. Yeah, that's fine, you know what I mean? That's fair enough, you know what I mean? That's why that's good that you was in that room with Remy, you know what I mean? And I've seen her interacting with you in the comments and stuff, so you know what I mean? It's good that you was in there so you can kind of explain. I wasn't in there, so I only know what I know. And plus, she's blocked me anyway, guys. So it's not like I couldn't watch her anyway. So it is what it is. But I don't like the... it seems to be... and this is a bit off Remy now. This is off Remy now. There's a lot of people that I think they're still trying to cause a divide. You know what I mean? I've seen the people in the apps. And, I mean, I will be honest with you. I understood what you were saying the other day, Devin, about the white space and all that stuff. I understood that, right? But the thing is, you can't tell people if they're offended by that comment, you know what I mean? Even though there'll be people that understands what you meant by that, there's also other people that will take offence to it. And like I said, if they're a Caucasian person, you can't tell them they're not offended. Like if someone says to you, or think about the black community, and if you chose that offence to that, you know what I mean? Then that's definitely your right to take offence, and that's how this whole thing works. Yeah, I knew anyway. It's a majority white area. I understand what white space is. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if someone said that, oh my God, white space, I find it offensive, that's up to them, and they can be offended. You know what I mean? And it's vice versa. That's how this all works. Yeah, I know, Devin, you will explain, but I'm saying even if you can explain the situation, if someone still chose to be offended, they can, you know what I mean? You and your panel were very nice to me. The thing is, and this is why conversations can happen, you know what I mean? Difference of opinions, different races can all have a conversation, say, you know what, this is what I don't agree with, this is what I do agree with, and then you come together and make some sort of resolvement or come to an agreement where you both can move on from a situation instead of reliving it, running it round in a 360, and then you're reliving it 24/7, aren't you? Same thing. And then, like I said, if you only recall a few months ago, everyone was going resolution. There's a resolving revolution. Yeah, okay. This is what I mean. The other it was only a few months ago. There was people going around saying, "Oh, but Alex, you can't speak. That you're a racist." I'm like, really? Can you bring any proof that I'm racist? You know what I mean? Like, can you? And there never was any proof. You know what I mean? There was a situation that happened ages ago that people ran with, and it didn't happen. And one thing I'm not is racist because I don't judge people based on the colour of their skin. You know what I mean? I'm not fucking small-minded. You know what I mean? I don't base people on gender, their sexuality, and the colour of their skin. Because what's the point? Why? You know what I mean? Because I'm not being funny now. If I needed blood of resolvement, I know I keep saying it, don't I? If I needed blood in a hospital, or one of my family members needed it, I wouldn't be going, oh my god. You know what I mean? What colour are them? You know what I mean? You wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't anyway, and I don't think anyone with half a brain cell would. You know what I mean? Like, we can all come together and just move forward. I've never heard you saying... No one would ever come forward and say that I've said anything to do with race and that. Like I said, I'm quite educated on Black American history. You know what I mean? Everyone knows that was my thing when I used to jump into boxes and have that discussion with people. You know what I mean? Because I enjoyed trying to educate and learn. You know what I mean? And how many times when I was on Andrew's platform was I in the box? And no one can say I'm a liar here. You know what? Like, everyone used to say to Alex, why you keep correcting Angie? Why'd you keep correcting Angie? Because the stuff that she was saying wasn't true. You know what I mean? And if I know it to be false, I will speak out on it. You know what I mean? I like to educate myself. I like to put myself in a situation where I want to learn and listen. But unfortunately now, because of my past actions, and I will say my past actions, even if there was another party involved who I won't mention her name just due to the fact I don't like her, that unfortunately there is people that I was once very, very civil with that have obviously got an outlook on me now, and I can't change that. That's on them. But she won't have me in her box. The TikTok tag during the million has just disappeared. Really? It's probably, to be honest with you, it probably got reported, but we could educate on white fragility. It might help people understand. The thing is, you're only going to be able to educate people that are willing to want to be educated and wanting to listen. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Sometimes when you tell people things, it falls on deaf ears that they don't want to. They'd rather listen to stuff they want, like on Google. And that's not a dig at Angie, I'm just saying. They'll read something on Google and then that will shut down someone's personal experience, because there will be people in this country that has probably never experienced racism. You know what I mean? But then there'll be people that have experienced the worst type of racism. So both of their fucking experiences will be totally different. So then you can't judge them both based on their same as the same experience as a collective. You can't do that. You know what I mean? And that's the problem here. There you go. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, and that's the truth, and that is the truth. But I find a lot of people on this app over the course of, I'd say, the last 4 months, have been like me, and I mean, I'm not being funny, and I will mention her. Like the other day, she Delusive went into, I think it was Torian's live, Paige was in there, and she went, we don't want to know your education, stick it. And I think to myself, that there is a disgusting comment. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you can't talk on racism and then shut down two black females on their experience and their education that they want to give. And we don't see eye to eye, so I'm not bigging them up in any slight, but I'm just telling you for a fact, right? That's not a good look. What I will say is everyone has some form of discrimination. Yeah, I could agree with that. But I'm on about levels of the racist remarks or the racism they've received will vary depending on the individual. You know what I mean? It could depend on area. If it's a prominently black area, you're probably going to see less racism than if it was a predominantly white area. You know what I mean? And that's just an experience that we all go through on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? I'm white. I'm never going to experience racism. I'm going to be honest with you. I know people say white people can experience it. I personally don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see it. And this is the argument that I had previously with people on the app when they was talking about white privilege, and they were saying white privilege doesn't exist. And I was saying, well, that just goes to show that you know nothing. You know nothing. You know what I mean? I'm going to be totally honest with you. Because white privilege is definitely a thing. You know what I mean? Just because you probably never thought that you've experienced it, that's then knowing that you've experienced it, if you know what I mean. But sorry, but it's the same. A white person in a black area may have experienced the worst forms of. It's vice versa, isn't it? You know what I mean? And everyone's experience will always be different. I'm white, and I've experienced racism my whole life. Well, that's your experience. You know what I mean? And if you ever looked up, can white people experience racism? There'll be a response, but everyone's going to experience it differently, aren't they? You know what I mean? But it's a shame, you know. It's a shame that we've come to now, 2024, that these debates and these discussions are still out there. You know what I mean? Discrimination and racism are different. 100%. 100%. 100%. And that's where you need to take a step back, look at your surroundings, look at the situation, and look at the people that surround you. Because unfortunately, you try and do better, and you've got people around you that want to drag you into the mists of the arguments and the grief. Bad point for my message to cut out. Yeah, it's fine. My son is predominantly Muslim school. He's targeted a lot for not being Muslim. Exactly, you know what I mean? That's another thing. And that's a shame, you know what I mean? It's a shame that we can't all just get along. I know it's coming from me, but it's let's be honest now, there's too much hate in this world, and I think there's a lot of fucking hate that should be directed in ways of not judging someone based on the colour of their skin. You know what I mean? There's bigger things out there that we should all come as a collective and start having our say on things. Note the same energy for any colour. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. You know what I mean? No, the thing is, we all shouldn't be judging people based on colour. It's weird, honestly weird. And like, someone was in Angie's box yesterday, and there was a guy, and he was saying that I don't judge people. It doesn't matter if they're black, white. And then he said, trigger warning, guys. He said, even if you're yellow. And I was like, hand on the head moment. Like, come on. Like, you can't say I can't judge people based on that, and then start calling people yellow, which I'm pretty sure that you was referring to the Asian community, because that was a thing when I grew up. That's where people's mindset was, you know what I mean? Disgusting. You can't literally say, I'm not going to judge people black and white, and say that word. Like, come on. You've just literally then just threw your argument out the window. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. The government and the media don't want peace. They want a division. Of course they do. Of course they do. He might have just plucked a random colour, to be fair. Yeah, there's a slight possibility, but you know what I mean? It's just, for me, people will take it. That's the perfect idea. That's the perfect thing there, isn't it? It's just that people's perception, how we could have taken that there, could have caused offence. Don't judge anyone, judge your own actions. Yeah, 100%. I 100% agree with that. He just could have meant any colour. Yeah, I understand that. But like I said, there could be someone from the Asian community that could have took offence to that. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean. It's all about perception. The whole thing's about perception here. How people take offence. Like, there was people that come out of, no, I agree. We all yellow meant in. Yeah, no, I agree. We all know what yellow meant in the context of. Yeah, and that's what I mean. I'm going to be totally honest with you. When growing up and that, when people referenced the colour yellow to someone, it was to the Asian community. You know what I mean? You're probably seeing things that ain't there. But that's what I mean. I think outside the box is because not everyone is going to have the same mindset as me. You know what I mean? That's why I like these lives where you can come. I've never heard yellow and I'm from Brum. Never, Claire. Never heard that. Yeah. Anyway, exactly. This is where the problem happens. The excuses. Yeah, I understand, and this is where I think outside the box. You know what I mean? I always have done. I've always been that person where I've looked at every single situation and thought, you know what, this could have been meant that, this could have been meant by that, this could have been meant by that, this could have been meant by that. And I'll get myself in shit sometimes by saying things thinking that, oh shit, they could have possibly thought I meant this, thought I meant this, thought I meant this. And then when I explain it, they go, no, you meant this. And I'm not, no, I never really meant it that way at all. But I understand how you'll perceive things. And that's just like, yeah, I know, Devon. But this is the problem, innit? It's all about perception. That word was used as a lyric to spice up your life. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Spice Girls baguette, so you'd have to explain that one. That account came to and came for Georgia too. Yeah, to be fair, Georgia got attacked yesterday. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not being funny, right? And I'm just going to go off topic a tad here, right, guys? Yesterday, Georgia, last night, I woke up really late last night because I fell asleep quite in Frankie's life. And I seen a man, which is Millen, say the most horrendous things to a female, considering Angie says, I don't like men going for women, but that's only valid when it's fucking from someone that Angie doesn't like, you know what I mean? Because Millen was saying the most horrendous things to Georgia going at her, and he didn't get kicked out of the box. She was loving it. You know what I mean? Considering a woman that says that, oh my God, I was in a relationship and I was spoken to like shit and all this stuff. You know what I mean? I don't like men going for women. Well, you hosted a live where a woman was attacked in your box. So there you just become a massive hypocrite. And then people just won't pull you up on your shit because your live's full of enablers. And people that are like, oh, you know what, Ange, these people just want your platform. I'm going to say it here now and say it with chest. I don't want your platform, Ange. And I certainly don't want the fucking enablers that are in your life. I want people in lives to have their own minds, not become sheep of the app. You know what I mean? Because the app is full of so many sheep that I've seen it. There's been so many times where the host has asked a question and they've written a comment saying, I think it's this. And then the host has said something against what they've said. And then they switch and go, oh yeah, I agree with you. But you just become a sheep. Have your own mind, man. You know what I mean? Just have your own mind, make your own. That's what I like about this live. There's people that are respecting this live that have said, Alex, you've reached that. That's a bit of a reach there. And I've said, you know what? I love the fact that thank you, Bert and Ralph. I love the fact that you've come to me, right, and said that you don't agree with that. And I'll say you're not perfect. That's what these lives should be. Thank you, Bert and Ralph. Oh, thank you for that. What's that? Well, you wrote there, Devon. Alex, please. Angie made me show a little respect. I know. She made all of us, to be honest with you. And I'll be honest with you, though. She generally boosted me up. You know what I mean? She gave me a bigger platform than I actually had. And I would never lie about that. I'll always be honest. Kind of done. And like I said, if one of my friends, and I've said we've all spoke, if any one of us do wrong on this app, and we're hosts of platforms like similar to this, please bring it out there. Don't be scared that we are friends and we don't want to speak on our friends. It doesn't work like that because that makes a biased FYP. So anything that happens from this day forward, well, from whenever it was discussed, if we fuck up, we all be put on each other's platforms and let the people come in and tell us about ourselves. Like if I'd fucked up, I would now let everyone in the box and let you say whatever you want about me and let me listen to your opinion. Because that's how platforms work. And unfortunately, over the course of, let's say, I'm going to go the last 4 months, the platforms now I've been running off how the host is, you know what I mean? Not about the people in the comments or the people that come through live day-to-day basis. Because without you in the comments, I'm talking to a phone screen, and if someone was looking for a window and I was talking to my phone screen, I'd be locked up in an asylum. You know what I mean? I like we can speak freely in here without being muted and pinned. The only way my mods will mute in this live, and people go, oh no, you can't say whatever you want. No, because half the stuff that you say is spreading hate and not an opinion. If you come in here and say, Alex, I don't agree with you, blah 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 blah, it's fine. That's fine. And then people might say, why are you in here then? And then it's left. But if you've come in here with just pure hatred, like, oh, you've done this, oh, you're a horrible person, blah, 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 then it's not warranted, is it? You know, I'm trying to create a safe space, but So if you're throwing hatred in the comments, you know what I mean. And like I said the other day, I had a Donna, who's a lovely woman who's got a stammer, a stammer, whatever someone wants to interpret that to be. And she was really struggling in the box, and I said to her, I'll turn the comments off. And I'd lost like 400 or 500 viewers, and it's no hatred towards anyone, but people wanted to go and watch the drama that was going on in Angie's live, and I was happily willing to just let the woman speak, because everyone should be able to speak on this app. Black Pope got shut down. Donna was allowed on Misreads, but there's other platforms that she's tried to get in boxes and she can't get into. There's other situations. I mean, little Kieran that goes into Angie's got shut down, didn't he? And this is the problem, innit? Everyone should be able to speak. Alex, play my first pin post. Let me have a look. Alicia's Martha. Let me have a quick gander. Let me have a little gander for you. Alicia's Martha. Where's Miss Red? Miss Red isn't on today, guys. She's gone to one of them what do you call it? Manipulating camps, because we need to teach her. Alicia's Martha.
So, well, essentially, you need to look at it. Who are the bullies?
Is this the new one? Is this? I don't even know when this is. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, okay.
So, well, essentially, you need to look.
Is there any context to this? Because I don't want to be people coming from me saying, "Oh my God, look, it's a bully live again." But I'll play it anyway for you. 1 second.
Well, essentially, you need to look at it. Who are the bullies? Who are the bullies? I never said anything racist. I never bullshitted. I never said anything fucking derogatory about people with disabilities or learning difficulties. You know? Oh no, people are bringing up, but I'll explain to myself. I'm allowed an opinion, but what people need to stop doing is jumping on people when they have a different opinion. Just because you like someone, people will have an opinion about me. You know, people will have an opinion about me, but I ain't gonna get butt hurt. You guys aren't gonna get butt hurt, and I wouldn't expect you guys to fight my battles. So, well, essentially, you need to look at it.
When was this posted, Alicia's Martha? Because I don't want to put it out there that he said this today and it wasn't today. Because is it an old post? Is this old though? That's what I mean. I don't want to be playing things that was that it's. I think it's an old post. It's old. No, it was when he was going for Lucy. Oh, okay. No, because the context of that would seem like he's basically saying condoning his behaviour, and I don't think that's you know what I mean? I don't think that it's kind of... It's going to give it a... It's going to overshadow what's actually happened. People are going to be going, oh, but he's the victim now. People are turning all old videos into things now. You know what I mean? I don't think... and I don't want my show. And I appreciate you trying to... yeah, I know she's trying to show the hypocrisy in that, but because of the context of that, of him saying, oh, I've not said anything racist, it will then be spun of him becoming the victim due to people are trying to push out there now that he was saying that he wasn't being racist, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's in the video title. I can't actually see how long ago it was or anything because it's just like covered up at the bottom. No, Miss Red. Alex, shut up. You know I'm right. Oh, don't come for me, Alicia's Martha. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just saying the context of the start of that video looks bad. You know what I mean? It looks like he's saying, oh, I ain't been racist when he has been racist. You know what I mean? 1 second. I've got sent something else. Guys, you guys are lethal this morning. I'm back, guys. Thank you. I'm back. I just have to I just got sent something else. Don't know what this is about. Oh, is this right? Is that the thing you've just sent me? Just going to leave this here. Want to find people who do as the following, as he states, I'm bullies and don't deserve to. Oh, okay. Now I know why that video was sent to me. That's why the video sent me. Sorry, Alicia's Mafia. Even though the actual context of that video was kind of rough because of the things that have happened. What the video was entailing was, he was saying that the people that he's calling the bullies that said the racist things and all this stuff don't deserve an opinion. So that the video was just pointing out that he's done all these things now, so he shouldn't have an opinion, which he's been going live saying he should be having an opinion on these things, you know what I mean? So it's just about hypocrisy. It wasn't to do with obviously trying to twist things. Sorry guys, I've just read it properly there and I understand now. But I just thought it was kind of the way he said I haven't been racist, and it was an old video, it was going to give him a bad look. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what it is. I apologise, Alicia's Martha. I knew you was right anyway. I just didn't want to give that actual people to go, oh, Alex has been playing old videos on his live to cause more hate towards fucking Zach and stuff like that, because it's not that. I'm trying to keep it very much FYP, honest of opinion. But yeah, like I said, he's clearly just backtracked there, you know what I mean? Very much hypocrisy. Zach doesn't deserve the airtime. But I'll be honest with you, that depends on people that are still going to follow him. That's fine. That's up to them. We can't judge them, you know what I mean? Judge them, you know what I mean? Judge them, you know what I mean? Because they're going to follow him. That's fine. That's up to them. We can't judge them, you know what I mean? Because now we're back again. Do you know what? I hate this in the morning, you know. I hate this this lag thing that goes on. It pisses me off. But yeah, at the end of the day, each to their own. Whoever they support is up to them, like I said. You know what I mean? It's just it is honestly up to them. But if anyone wants to jump up in the box and have their say, you know what I mean, please feel free to jump up in the box. I don't want you to feel that you can be in the comments and then you're only commenting and stuff like that. You're not going to be heard. Morning Golden Star. You're more than welcome to jump in the box. Now your support shows your morals in my opinion. Do you have the same for everyone else though, Banjo? I'm just asking the question. I'm not mentioning you or anything. You know what I mean? I want you just to think. And another thing, guys, my mods today, I'm stripping my whole mods. There's every single person as a mod now is going to be removed as a mod. I mean you, mate. I mean the people that's just, yeah, okay. No, I'm just asking the question. I just wanted to know, you know what I mean, before obviously running with things. And but every single mod I'm going to be removing as mod, but then I'm going to be adding people in as mod that are in my live on a day-to-day basis, you know what I mean? Because there is a certain... No, don't worry, Shelley, you'll still be mod. I'll add you back, because you are always in my live, and the people that are always in my live, will you be unblocked? Would you be unblocked on all accounts? I will be unblocking. Why are all kids being unmodded? Huh? Why are all the kids being unmodded? You mean mods there, Franca? I think you mean mods there, pal. Because what I'm going to do, I'm stripping them all again and I'm re-adding them on one by one on the people. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people that come in my live and I've got mods that end in there in the morning. They used to be coming on in the evening when, you know what I mean, it was all kicking off. Some people have got work commitments, which is fine. But I will be changing the mods around. It's good to have. Yeah, like I said, you won't touch mine, I swear, I'll blow a gasket. Well, no Celtic fans in here. I mean, not mods anyway. Can someone just tell me if Red's on? Nah, Red's not on unknown. She's not on today. Something to do with her iPad, I believe. She messaged me, I was here saying something to do with it. Stay on the iPad. What do you do? What time do you come on? 8 o'clock every morning. 8 o'clock every morning I'm online.
Can you hear me?
No, Pearl, I can't.
Oh, I was just checking. Hey, so am I getting me mod badge took off us?
Pearl, yeah, are you mad anyway? Pearl, you're not even mad anyway. So how can I remove something that you're not even mad of?
I was just checking that you were clued up who was your mods. Hey, all I've jumped up here. Can somebody please jump up and tell me what happened with Birdman and Poison last night? Because I've been asking for 27 hours in the comments and I still don't know.
With who? Birdman and who?
Birdman and Poison Eyeballs.
I don't know. But the thing is, right, between them, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird behaviour, like, because he latched on, Birdman.
Got the video? Come on, it's your F page. Just play it because I want to see it.
I haven't got the video, Paul.
Oh, truly to God, somebody in the comments got the video to that. Shut up.
Stop, Pearl, stop making it all about Angie. You're obsessed, you are.
I'm not, but I want to know what's going on with Birdman.
God's sake.
Please, I just want to know, Morning My Stars. I just haven't seen it and everybody's been on about it. You know I'm nosy.
Has anyone got the video that can share me, guys, and I'll play it now? I want to know now. See, they're starting everyone off now. They're like, Alex, you've done a terrible job on your FYP today. Like, you ain't even got the main video.
Been on about it in your comments. And, right, this is what I want. You know the hair on the screen?
Don't even start, Pearl, please.
Right. I could see that from a mile off, and I don't see me comments. I just can't concentrate on the boxes, on me comments, and if anybody's sending us anything to say thank you at the same time. Thank you very much. But
I'm going to be honest with you, Pearl. I think you're full of shit, right, guys? Because I'll be honest with you. No, Pearl, none of this. No, Pearl, we're not going there, right? So you're basically saying to me, you seen a hair on my screen. No, Pearl, we're not going there, right? Don't manipulate me, right, on my own live. Thank you very much, Pearl. There's a little tiny little hair, but you're telling me you can't see your comments in your live, but you can see a tiny hair.
No, I can see me. Alex, stop it.
Oh, it's coming out now. It's all coming out now, Pearl. You don't give a shit.
Listen, I can't talk to people in the boxes, look at me comments, and thank everybody for me gifts at the same time. I think I'm dyslexic.
Oh, so what you're saying is your gifts are more important than the people in the comments? Oh, I've got you, Pearl. We've got you there.
What I'm saying. No, do you understand? If I'm talking to me comments, I'm ignoring the boxes and ignoring the people sending anything. If I'm thanking people for me gifts, I'm ignoring me comments and ignoring the boxes. And that's how it goes. Listen, everybody fucking knows me, so stop just you dare trying to get this on the F page, you fucking Kent.
Well, I'm looking for content for tomorrow, so if you're on it,
I can tell.
Yeah,
I can tell. Don't worry about it. Please, somebody play that video. I'm nosy.
Pearl, stop going on about this bloody video.
No, I want to see it, because if it's juicy gossip, I want to be here when it's explained. What's happened?
You know what? I was always right about you guys in the comments and the lives and stuff. I was right, weren't I?
I'm a Pearl, it's not dyslexic. What is it then? It is. Well, whatever I've got. I don't know what I've got. I can't do all three things at once.
Can someone tag me in it or send it me, please, on WhatsApp or something? Because you know what? I'm going to have a breakdown in a minute.
Me too. Honestly, you know, if there's gossip and I don't know about it, it's terrible. I'll have a horrible day.
I know.
It's not dyslexia. Dwylexia. No, it's not dwylexia.
Dwylexia? You mean dyslexia?
Yeah.
Not dwylexia.
You're writing dwylexia.
It's, oh, God's sake. You know, I'm done with this app. I'm done with you all. I've had enough. You know what? And you wonder why, right? I'm struggling.
Well, they're taking the piss out of us. Look, there. Dwylexia.
It's called dyslexia.
Dyslexia, they're calling me. I'm not. No. It's dyslexic.
Yeah, dyslexic. Yeah, dyslexia, yeah.
Whatever it is, I can't do the three things at once.
It's all right, Pearl. We forgive you. Some won't, but we do.
But she said, pronounced. Whatever, anyway, I'm Lexi something.
Oh my God, here we go again, for God's sake.
I'm jumping down because I'm going to find this video because it's got me ill now. It's
like that, is it now, Pearl? That this video is really important, is it?
You just don't want to play it.
I haven't got the bloody video.
Come on, everybody, then jump up in the boxes and have a chat to about this morning's thing. There's my top girl. How are you, my little chicken? Thank you.
Well, ask Maria if she's got the video.
Hiya. Someone just said they tagged you in the video, Alex.
They've tagged me in the video.
Someone just said it in the comments a little way up.
Okay, you can't multitask. Yeah, but no, I can do loads of things together, but I can't concentrate. So
I would say that's more ADHD.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yes, Miss Obsessed.
can I just provide the context for the Miss Remy clip so you can understand what she was saying and where it all came from, and then you might feel a bit different about it. So it was a very long live. We'd had a very deep discussion around gifting and around the fact that when creators are saying these racist things, these ableist things, there's no impact to them. They still continue to get gifted, they still continue to profit. And there was a deep discussion around unconscious bias with gifting. And Remy had highlighted how even within sort of her own community, there's still unconscious bias with gifting amongst her gifters. And she'd actually highlighted that to like one of her gifters. Which is why then in the comments we was then having a back and forth about gifting, which is where then the I only want African gifts came from, because Remy then highlighted how she is half Jamaican and half African. So, and this is the thing, context is everything. Like it may look like Remy was sat there saying I just want African gifts, it was sarcasm. It was her mocking the ridiculousness of the fact that you can be racist on this app and you can still then profit. You can still.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I totally understand now. Now you've explained it's perfect. But what I'm saying is, but surely it's up to the gifters who they gift. You know what I mean? In that aspect as well. Like it shouldn't have to be highlighted. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have to be highlighted. It's up to the person that's gifting who they gift.
So the thing that was being highlighted was that within society as a whole, as white people, we have unconscious bias.
I get that. I understand that.
Because of the system that we're raised in. And it goes as far as people being in Remy's inbox and telling Remy how fantastic she is, telling Remy how amazing she is, etc., etc., and then still sending her messages saying, oh my god, I've dropped 4k on Karmakaz this week, I've dropped another 4k on EQ this week, whilst having conversations that they aren't great and that they aren't the best. So Remy was highlighting the fact that it's an unconscious bias, because the fact that she isn't gifted as heavily will in some part come down to the colour of her skin.
Wow.
But that's but that'd be her perception of how she feels, and that's valid. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can't then judge. But the thing is, that's the problem there. You can't judge people, gifters, based on how you feel. Like you can't say it's definitely that they're not gifting black crayers because it's just because of the colour of their skin. You can't say that. That's kind of, I don't believe that, you know, because if that's how she feels, her feelings are totally valid, because obviously that's how she feels. However, you can't just come on a platform and say, you know what, these people, because remember, a gifter chooses who they choose to gift, you know what I mean?
100%. And Remy's not saying that people have to start gifting it, in no way, shape or form. Remy doesn't sit there asking for gifts. She doesn't.
That's how you just made it sound there. That's what I said. Wow.
No. So what she's saying is that within society there is that bias there, and that is all she is highlighting. She's not saying that people have to gift her. that isn't what she's saying. She is.
But look at Alex, right? Look at Alex, right? He comes live every morning. You can go onto that page where you can see what's given. Alex gets pennies.
Yep.
So it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no. So there's always. We're not saying that every single white person is gonna get loads of gifts. That isn't what we're saying. But what we are trying to highlight and what we're trying to say.
See, I think that's wrong. Straight away there. Lots of white people get gifted different to black people. Totally. And listen, I know I don't understand everything properly, but to me, that is so wrong there. This is where I'm on about divide, left, right and centre. That is so wrong.
The thing is, this is the thing, Pearl, right? And this is what we're trying to highlight is the divide is there. The divide exists. It exists in life. Full stop. The divide is there because of unconscious bias that as white people we don't even know that we're taught it. We don't even know it exists.
Miss Obsess,
Yeah.
can I just say I get quite heavily gifted?
Yeah, we're not saying...
No, honestly, I've been on here 5 years, and throughout them 5 years, I've had some very big, massive gifts. I've had universes, I've had lions, so I don't quite think that was very good. Maybe it's her content as well. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want to feel that way either, though. Like, if she feels that way, like that's still not a good thing.
Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with Miss Remy though. There is an unbiased contest, you know, and that does happen. That 100% happens. People don't realise, but it does happen. But I don't like the highlighted fact is that black people should be gifted more because white people get gifted.
She never said that.
No,
that's how it's coming across though.
That's how it's coming across.
But she never said that.
No,
but that's how you're explaining it.
He was saying, no, she didn't mean it like that. I know what she meant, Alex. She was saying, like, say, like, you're FYP, you're very much alike, you don't get gifted loads. Remy doesn't either, but say, like, somebody like Miss Reds or say, like, Zach's, very heavily gifted, he got extremely, to the point that's where he got where he was. So I just think she may see it like I don't see it as in gifts, but I see it as in views. Like, you can be sitting on 1.1k talking, sorry, not shit, but chatting, but like I can be doing sorry, a creation for 6 hours, a painting, and get no views. I think that's kind of what she's trying to say, that
it isn't just about the gifts. The unconscious bias goes through so many different variations. This was just one example of how unconscious bias impacts people. And she's not saying it in, she's not saying it in, can I finish please, Alex? She's not saying it impacts everybody in the same way. She was just highlighting how unconscious bias can impact her.
But can I ask one thing, please, Miss Obsessed? Why is the gifting based on colour an absolute argument on this app? It shouldn't be. For me, the gifter, right? The gifter should choose who they want to gift, and that should be up to them as a gifter. That's their money. They choose who they gift. I don't think it's an argument, and it should never be up for debate who the gifter chooses to gift. I don't get it.
The point that she was...
Maybe she's just frustrated, like Coco's saying. Coco puts so much effort into her work, do you know what I mean? Then Remy probably puts so much effort into her work, and she's just like, this is getting me, do you know what I mean? That's probably why she's feeling that way.
I do get what she's saying about... Not so much the gifts, because it really don't bother me. I get gifted... I don't understand why people do that for me, but it's beautiful,
And this was the whole...
It's the views with my side, and it's the gifts with Remy's, because Remy gets the views, but not the gifts. But in all honesty, no offence to Miss Obsessed, that's down to you lot as gifters. If you want to gift Remy for her content, then you should. That's not Alex's fault or anyone else's. Does that make any sense? Sorry.
And I
saying, can we get Remy in?
Gifting
if she unblocks me, she's more than happy. I will happily let her in the box. Of course I will.
Gifting is...
I need to apologise to you.
Listen, I don't very often listen to the comments because I really honestly think you're the ones that have divided and confused us all, right? But how am I two-faced? So I'm two-faced because I'm sitting in Alex's. Alex has done nothing wrong to me. He's never been racist. I don't know where you all got that from. I've never heard Alex be racist. I wouldn't be sitting in a racist box. I sit next to racist people because the box is open to everyone. But just let me tell you now.
I've never been racist in my life if you're on about me. I said a word I used and I used it, so don't even go there with me. I wasn't racist. I've never been racist. And
How do you use the word? It wasn't what you
will be racist. I was having an argument with the woman.
Can we bring it back to the topic, Anne, please,
So don't you start with me calling me a racist. And while we're on the subject, Swearing Shep sent the police to me about it, right? But yeah, she was all over the app telling everybody I got arrested. And then I went into a live the other night and was me and Paige was speaking absolutely fine. She jumped in and nothing but derogatory fucking words. So don't tell me about bullies and people going around picking up.
Can I just say something? Is that all right, Pearl? I don't like swear shepherdess, so please stop. Stop with the swear shepherdess. Yeah, but that's your problem. You don't like her, so now you don't like her. That's not fair.
You up here. You are free to drop from the box, but there's no racists in here. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, that's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying as well. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, Pearl, stop, please.
No, I get boiling when I keep getting called that. It was a word I used. I've never in my life been
And
racist.
you was told not to use it because it sounded racist and you used it again. Yes. That's my problem. I wasn't bothered about the first one, Pearl.
Guys, can we bring it back in? Come on, guys, come on.
Oh, Alex, please tell her. Can you just explain to her?
I'm not telling anyone, Coco. Everyone's free to have their opinion in the box.
But it wasn't the first time she said it. It was the second time. You kind of knew it was.
No racist. Yes, exactly, Coco.
What? Exactly
you're not sat next to you're not sat next to no racists.
I have sometimes when I'm in boxes, people are not there that I really want to sit with.
And there's a big word for me. You were sat next to a racist where you were at on the screen.
Sometimes I have to sit next to racists. It might not have even. It actually is you. Now you've pointed it out, but actually that could have meant anybody's boxes. But you're the one that pointed it out. You're the one that pointed it out. I'm sorry, Pearl, I would never respect you when you said it once and then you said it again and you said I'll say it again and again and I'll say it whenever I want.
That is a word. Right, I'll tell you a prime example of this. I argued with somebody and I said it, right? We'll go to where Gracie is. Gracie was on about she uses the S word in the home, but she wouldn't use it to nobody like who it would affect.
I couldn't even use it in my home.
The difference with me was I argued with Laura, like I said, the word I used, but after that I used that word to my grandchildren in a box. So where does that make me fucking racist at? Don't even start, Coco, with it. This is why there's divide on the app for. This is exactly why there's a divide.
And it started from you, Pearl.
No, it didn't start from me at all. No,
it did, because when you made the mistake once,
Coco.
When you made the mistake once, that was fair enough, Pearl, because you explained yourself.
It was a word I used. That was
you never let anybody talk. Why are you going over my voice?
Because you're talking shite. That's why.
You're talking shite. Now we're going to get nowhere,
you're talking pure shite.
1 minute. Let me just pull it back in a minute, right?
Alex, sorry, I'll jump out of your box. I didn't want to bring this and cause this, but just to let you know, Coco, there ain't no racist here, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm going to say is the one thing I don't agree with there, Coco, is saying it all started with Pearl. It didn't start with Pearl. The way before Pearl was...
No, we've always had racism on the app. Do you think after 5 years that Pearl's the only one that's ever upset me?
You've just said it all started with Pearl.
Yes, because I'm trying to explain that bit. What we've never had, Alex...
Comments on guys, please.
Creators to our faces say certain things. That was the very first situation, myself, my own opinion I've ever seen as a little bit like, wow, that a creator said to another creator a word that's very hurtful to us. Okay? That's the first person, and then we brushed it under the rug like you lot do, yeah. And then she said it again and said, "I will say I've got the video I've got the video where she's with Cockapoo going, oh no, please stop, Pearl, stop, no, stop now,
I was
please.
in that box there, and I was like the one. Oh my God! But at the end of the day, like I said,
that's the problem I have a problem with.
Yeah, but
and
the thing
she
is, you just
nearly
pointed
said
out-
to Devon
Coco, can
a
I speak,
word
please?
that didn't quite come out. I'm not stupid.
Coco,
She's
can
not.
I- 1 minute, Pearl. I'm going to mute you a sec because I need to speak and my head gets mugged up and then I can't get my words out properly. Basically, what you've just said is that this is the problem. This is what you lot do. You brush it under the carpet. That's not a fair assumption to make. That ain't fair. Because if people like said the other day, "Oh my God, Alex, you still supported Pearl after it all." Now, me and Pearl had a situation. I didn't speak to Pearl for a while, and people say, "Oh, but it was only after a month you spoke." But that's up to me. If I make a choice to speak to Pearl, and the same with if people choose to support other people on the app, that's on them. You know what I mean? That's the problem with the judgment of this app, because then there'll be people that say racist things or say other derogative things, and then 2-3 weeks later they're in the live and that. But these people are calling out other people, and that's the hypocrisy, and that's why things will never change on this app ever. Because the hypocrisy on this app is fucking wild. That's all it is. Simple. Me and Pearl speak because we have a mutual hatred for Angie. Why the hell is Angie brought into this argument here? It's nothing to do with Angie. Angie's Angie. We know what Angie's like. We know where she stands. But anyway, it's just this is where the divide. You can unmute now, Coco. I don't want to silence you, but I needed to get my voice out.
I'm sorry, I will admit it started with CLA. I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have said that. Then it was Pearl, then it was Angie, then it just goes on. And it's just like, it's getting a little bit upsetting. If that's okay for me to have feelings, I get upset. I've always been okay with Alex. I've always enjoyed it. He brought me up and asked me why I was in his war. I spoke to him, and ever since I popped in. Is that okay with everybody in the comments?
Yeah, come on, guys, finger.
Just stop bullying me just because I've got an opinion. You're bullies. You're the bullies in the comments. Just because people have different opinions.
Coco, can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Just let this one let this one go. It's not.
Oh no, because I'm not going to get anywhere.
It's too early. It's too early in the morning. Just don't worry. Let it fly. The reason I came up, just to change it up, I wouldn't be getting involved in a Pearl conversation because it's pointless. That's for another time, another whatever. Alex, what I was going to say to you is, I don't think you should shy away from playing Remy's video. Yes, it's going to divide opinion, but she said it for a reason, and I think people should be allowed to make up their own choices. I know even putting it out there, she could receive backlash from it, but I think that she knew that when she made the statement. I think it is an interesting point of view.
Yeah, but like I said, I chopped down video and then people saying, but there's no context. But playing a video with no context is surely just spreading hatred, really, isn't it? If she's going to get a backlash off a chopped down video, surely you shouldn't really want me to do that.
Yeah, but I think people need to understand where she's come, because I understand. Listen, no matter what, you can't please everyone. Some people are going to hear what she's got to say and think about it and go, she's not saying she's not saying it's racism. She's just asking a question. She's putting it in the air, and it's for people to answer that for themselves. I don't think she'd be offended if you put the video out, because she said it, and I think there's a message there that could potentially be nice to be heard by a different audience. Thank you, Lydia. I practice being boring.
And just last point on the Remy thing, and Devon, you was in the live, so you know that ultimately when she was saying these things, she was saying it all to encourage people to support more black creators on the app and give them the recognition that they deserve, that sometimes they don't get because of how this app works.
Yeah, I agree with that bit.
And that was ultimately the point that she was making. So for Coco, hers wouldn't necessarily be more gifts, it would be supported by volume.
Yeah, that's news. Yes,
Alex, Can I just point something out to you? Yeah, I've literally come up here, bro. I've been respectful. I'm having a conversation with you. This just goes to show.
Yeah, look at
how angry.
So angry with us.
Yeah, people so angry, bro.
In Devon.
And you've got to ask this question. There's got to be a question mark, right? Sorry, 1 second, Coco. This is something. It's just an example. I like to highlight things and then just sit back and you can make up your own mind. I've literally come up here. I've swerved, even though I got a fucking lot to say on it, and I kept things to my point. And just look at the rage of when I touch a stage. And the only thing that I've ever done on this. The only thing I've ever done on this app, is speak out against racism, and this is how angry people are towards me. Anyway, I'll just leave that in there.
Understand, you know, different rooms and different people, and people are going to have different opinions, and that is like, of course, I'm not being funny. Like I went into a live the other day. I mean, I won't name the person because I like to give full context. I literally just accidentally scrolled into, Marcel's live, yeah. And I've never been racist to anyone. You know what I mean, Devon? And I got absolutely destroyed from everyone. I got called fat shamed, started talking about my manhood. And I mean, it's nothing to do with you, Devon, but like I was saying, it depends on the environment you go in. I literally just accidentally scrolled into a live and I got absolutely destroyed by the comments, the host, the people in the boxes, and I'm like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, and this is what I mean, different, you can't judge because the whole app's the same. It's mad.
See people saying that Devon's condescending. I'm just like, that's obviously.
I'm arrogant. I'm condescending. Yeah, I'm arrogant. I'm condescending. If I came in with an attitude, I'd be angry.
That's them issue if they're insecure.
So can I just shut Courtney down, please? Because I know she likes to put her 2 cents in, and you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure you're making a comeback in your Courtney, because this is what happens. You start doing the rounds like a little shark around water, and then all of a sudden you use other people's platforms, then fire up lives. We know what happens. It's repetitive behaviour. But with yourself and that, you've just said he felt away because the picture you made of him. Okay, right. Before I made the pictures of Marcel, right, for 6 weeks that guy was doing live after live about me, mocking me, putting the Michelin Man up, saying, "Oh, Alex is a fat white man." I mean, reference me as white, which is really strange anyway. She just referenced me as a man. Body shaming me, putting up the most horrendous pictures of me. I put one picture and there's an uproar on the app, and that's where the problem is, isn't it? I'm allowed to be offended, but if I respond, then I'm the bully and I'm the one that's done wrong. You know what I mean?
That's school, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, Ginger Gemma.
It's like school, isn't it? Like the child that hits someone doesn't get into trouble. It's the one that hits back.
No, honestly, Devon, did that happen? Because that is pretty bad.
And he true. And he threatened violence on me as well, and all this mad stuff. And I'm not being funny. Come on, let's be honest. Yeah, he said
unfortunately, I don't speak for every black person.
No, I don't speak for every person.
That's why I said it's nothing to do with you. I'm just saying about different circles of people.
Alex, do you think that's what people do, right? So say like you're in this box, and I don't do that, by the way, but say like you're talking in this box and say like you was racist and said something bad, I would then look at another white person and go, well, I don't like you because, you know, Alex from TikTok, he was racist, so I don't like you now. I don't think like that. But do most people feel like that when one black man has his opinion or a black woman, do you then group us all the same? Is that what happens?
Is that what you've just got from what I've said?
No, I'm just wondering if that's what happens in the comments.
No, I don't. I base my opinion on the individual themselves.
No, I know you do. I wouldn't be in your... I promise you I would not be in your
Can I just finish, please? What I'm saying is, what Devon was saying then about he's come up and been respectful and said his honest opinion. I said it's a different area. Like, there's people in here that support Pearl, that support me, and support other... So obviously... there's going to be people that support... there's not going to be so many people in the live that support Devon, maybe. I don't know. It just depends on the situation. But like I said to yourself, when I went into another live, and they were just giving an example of someone that I think he speaks to or who was friends with him, I'm not sure. I went in there and got absolutely attacked. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's just a different circle of people, innit? Some people... Some people will not.
Clear something up just before Stacey goes? I see a lot of people get offended by the term when people say or you lot or they group. Okay, so words have meanings, and this is where I might come across patronising or condescending. I think that this is where I might come across patronising or condescending. I think that this is where I'll wait for the echo.
It's all right,
I think both people use terminologies that mean groups of people. And I think when we're talking, people don't have time to point out individuals, and it happens on both sides. People need to stop getting offended by the terms like you lot or they. If it doesn't apply to you, you wouldn't get offended.
Right, can I just
when women
can
say,
I just jump in?
Oh yeah, go on, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, right. So see where I have an issue with that, right? I'm not saying that's racist, right? Because I'm a firm believer, like, you can't be racist to a white person, and that's just my opinion. You can, however, discriminate, but Coco just said, and you lot brushed it under the carpet, so therefore she's grouped all us in the same category as racists, and basically says that we're all the same. That's not right. I'm not racist, I'm white.
And I'm sorry that it came across like that, but it wasn't like that. Devon, explain. I'm sorry, Devon.
Yeah, I think that's where the misconception happens, and this is where I'm willing to talk to you, Stacey. I think when she said you lot, that only applies to people who have swept it under the carpet. I think anybody who fights against racism or knows that they're not racist will not take that personally. She's just using words, guys. And it's different if somebody says like you're kind or you're you people is another. There's very different phrases. Like you people would be offensive, you're kind, but when she's saying lot and vice versa, it goes both ways. I'm not going to offend it if people say you lot over there are talking about us. That's a mixture of black people, white people. That's the opinion and not the race. So I don't want people to get offended every time someone says groups people together.
Yeah, I mean, I do understand, but like I said, it's up to the individual if they find it offensive or they've taken it.
I think it only bothers the people that may be offended. That's what.
But here's a prime example. If you do recall, what happened to Luke the judge? Remember, and he said they, and then Shep, and then everyone come as a group, come as a collective, and started going at people saying, "Oh my God, Luke's being racist. He said they," and everyone absolutely strong.
And that's wrong as well, Alex.
And that's wrong as well.
That's wrong, Alex. I will happily stand there and say that's wrong as well. That's people also clutching at straws. It's people are weaponizing language, and it's not fair.
Yeah. I understand, but like I said, I remember that stage, and literally the pitchforks were out for that, if you all recall that. You know what I mean? He had to go live, and he felt uncomfortable because at the end of the day, if they felt that he meant a certain way, they're totally valid to feel that way, because obviously we all take things a certain way, don't we? Let's be totally honest here. We all take things a certain way. Every individual's differently to offence. You know what I mean? Like I said, if someone said to me, I'll be really honest with you now. If someone said a white slur to me, like court trigger warning, guys. If someone called me a cracker or a hunky, I ain't going to personally take offence. Other white people might, but me, it goes over my head. You know what I mean? I'm an adult at the end of the day. Words don't really
matter. That white word didn't put you in slavery or stop you getting a job. That white word never got you where I'm black, you're white, and somebody looks at me different to you. And I know you've not gone through that. And honestly, I totally understand that most white people haven't gone through that. They've gone through discrimination, but not racism. So that would make you feel so.
Irish people were put through slavery, so they weren't allowed to get jobs. I was refused a job because I was Irish in England.
Wasn't it the Irish, the dogs and the blacks?
Yeah, literally, I applied for this job, and this woman says I don't hire Irish people, and that was in Taunton, Somerset. I've had bottles thrown at me. I've had men trying to hit me, call me a PIKEY, and I've got the totally wrong accent, and I never experienced that until I moved to England.
I'm so sorry you went through that, Ginger.
I know where you're coming from, Coco, and like I said, I need to apologise to you because I blindly stood up for someone that was obviously clearly racist, and I won't do it again. So I won't. I've actually been reading up on racism the past couple of days.
Alex, I'm going to drop. Thank you for having me and listening.
Thank you, Mr. Thanks for explaining anyway. Thank you for calling.
No worries. Thank you, guys, and thank you everyone else on the stage.
Thank you, guys. You're right. Can we hear off Amy?
Let me out first. Sorry.
It's all right. You're right, Amy. Can we just speak to off Amy, because Amy's been waiting in the box for a while. You're right, Amy.
Yeah. Hi, Alex. Thank you for letting me up. Initially, I was trying to get in just to say when the Miss Remy discussion started that perhaps people should stop speaking on her behalf and interpreting how she meant it. Just let her explain how she meant it and what she was trying to get at, because then the story takes a different turn and someone adds another bit on and then it becomes a totally different version of what she meant it to be.
Yeah, that's why, Amy, I didn't want to play the second part of the video, because it's, like I said, if it has been chopped down, it's out of context, it isn't fair me then showing more of it and then people having a view when it might be not the way she actually meant it, you know what I mean, Amy? So that's why I refuse to play the other part of the video. I know Devon says you play it because people should have their opinion, but I don't think at this current time I should be playing it, you know what I mean?
I think the lady that was explaining it meant well, but I think it might have not been put across in the right way and made it a little bit worse for Miss Remy in a way.
Yeah.
Also, just slightly away from the racism discussion, but also part of it, what EQ is doing at the moment by coming in your comments and coming in your live and saying what she's saying is just a massive diversion from what Zach has been saying. She's just trying to deflect from the situation, get people talking about something else.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, it's she come in here saying stop talking about children and all that's a bit weird. But like I said, it wasn't at all. All I stated was what everyone else has stated through the whole app. Unfortunately, what's been going on between that little threesome is, unfortunately, they think it's all a joke, but there is innocent children involved in. That's all I said. And then
I didn't think you were talking about children in any way whatsoever. But she's come in purposely to distract from the main discussion that should still be happening. And it stems from what Zach said. And I was a massive supporter of Zach. And it's really opened my eyes to the fact that you actually really don't know any of the creators on here, truly.
Yeah.
You know how... Did anybody see Tyrone's? Did anybody see Tyrone's video, how he reacted? Because you see, Tyrone is very like Remy and myself, we're getting numb to the word. But when you hear it in a certain manner, it affected him as well. Even he said it wasn't so much the N, it was the bun. Does anybody know what bun means? Bun is burn or kill. Do you understand?
It's not. I mean, my table and chairs have got an ear. I mean, I don't know if you can make use of it. If you can, you can have it. If not, I'll just chuck it.
Do they know they're here?
I don't know. I've just dropped her an ad, Dorothy. But yeah, carry on. Sorry.
So sorry. Right, it wasn't just the N-word, it was the fact that you want to burn us or kill us. That's a big statement, guys. And then the SPHG, honestly, I'm so for that because I'm disabled and black, and I really don't know what he was on about with the women and the children. I'm a little confused with that statement that he come out with. I don't know whether that was something personal to him. I'm not sure, but honestly, I followed Zach for 5 years. I've loved him. I thought the world of him. He's brought people into my life to try and help build my life up. I was as hurt as Remy when you think you've got an ally and somebody that stands by you and will fight for you, and then he did exactly the same, if not worse, actually. No, he didn't.
Can I just say something? Sorry. I just wanted to highlight, what Remy was saying about using the N-word in black culture and music and stuff like that. I remember when they started to do that and I was in my teens, the N-word, and it was basically, it's used to diffuse the word so that it held no power anymore on them, and that's the bit. And we were doing it between us for a laugh, because I'm mixed race, obviously, not for a laugh, but does that make sense? So it's lost its power, and that's the only reason why the black culture started to use it. So if anyone questions that, then hopefully you might be able to understand that, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't like the word, never said it.
No, I agree. I don't use it.
I can't have an opinion on it being a Caucasian man. I'm going to be totally honest with you. I don't say the word.
I don't use it.
I have no reason to say the word. You know what I mean?
But yeah. So anyway, just wanted to say that. I've been wanting to say that for ages.
Where's Black Pope when you need him? Where's Black Pope? Because he's got a difference of a view on that as well. I'll see.
Yeah, well, that's it. It's just what I experienced. You know what I mean at the time. So
yeah, Yeah, I've seen a video that he's put out there.
Every black person I've ever spoke to, when we've had them discussions, when we're allowed to talk about it without being cut up or anything like that, and we've
Devon, I like Black Pope. I do. I think I like him.
He's got a very intelligent way of like.
Devon says, of course he has, but the thing is, Devon, like, even if right, you're saying I was doing it for another reason, but at the end of the day, that's still shutting down a black man's experience.
Yeah, I can't say that. You see, I can't shut him down.
It's shutting down a black man's experience and how he feels, and every person of colour are going to have an opinion which is valid to them as an individual. You know what I mean? It's all based on experiences and how they feel. Like, we can't shut it down and saying it's not valid and all this stuff because it's another difference of opinion. I like Black Pope. I think it's cool.
Look, that's the same as me. So when I was hurt by certain words, someone's come over to me and said, well, Tyrone said he's not bothered. Tyrone's his own person. I can't tell Tyrone how to feel. This is where we're all going wrong. If we
want everyone to go mad.
Yeah, they did. They did. And he deals with it so differently to me. I get very het up. I can be like Pearl. I get very angry about things, or then I'm very calm. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a hard subject unless you've been there, guys. It's really, really hard to even explain to another person.
My heart does break for anyone going through it, Coco. So it does, I'm not saying mine was similar, like as bad as yours, but I'm just saying whenever I get called those names and stuff, like that sinking feeling in your stomach is absolutely horrendous. So my heart does break for anyone who goes through this.
I try to say a thing on tourings, and I give them a little thing of, obviously I was 1969 I was born, I'm 54 years old. I went to school, I was burnt when I was a baby, lost my leg when I was 13, went to a foster care of 2 white parents, which they don't do now, by the way. They make sure it's a black woman parent and a white parent, but like it wasn't, unfortunately. I was put in a school.
Do you feel that's wrong though?
Sorry.
Do you feel that's wrong? Because surely love's love. It shouldn't. For me, my personal opinion is, if a black child needs a family in that, I don't think it should matter if it's
because I needed to know my culture.
Like they need to be brought up in their own culture.
I know, but surely love's love. I mean, this is my perception. This is only my opinion. Surely it shouldn't. For me, if a child needs a home and stuff, and be put in a family environment where they're going to feel loved, I understand the culture, but you know what I mean. I still feel that.
Alex,
it's literally
Alex, I wasn't, but the problem is I wasn't loved. The problem is that we was broken children that came from neglect straight into abuse. So it wasn't love. I had a whole life of abuse till I was 18 from my foster parents. So it's my story's a bit different. It wouldn't be so bad if I had 2 white parents and they loved me, but it wasn't like that. So then when I went to school, abuse was happening at school. When I went into the village, I got abused there. Do you get what I mean? Like there was no place for me to feel safe. So I went to church in the end and become a Christian, because that was the most safest place for me, was a church. Do you know what I mean?
I thought you went through that.
Then it's okay. It's okay.
After everything you've been through, you're so kind, and do you know what I mean? And
I try really hard, but I just want to explain my racism and explain why I was made different. And now I love myself, which took me a long time, but within that school time I was spat on by punks and rockers. It's okay, because that's what they were them days. We tried really hard to fit in with them punks and rockers. We shaved our heads, we wore Doc Martens, but we were still stood out because the colour of our skin. I was spat on, punched, battered. In the end I tried to make myself sick so I didn't have to go to school. There's a big story to this, guys, and so when I hear that word and it means nothing to you, know that word was said to me every single day of my life. Why I was battered and punched everywhere, school, home, outdoors. It isn't, I'm really honestly not wanting to make you feel sorry. I'm wanting you to understand what that word meant, and then to say bun like killers, you know, it's a strong statement. That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay, thank you, Coco. You okay, Bailey?
Yeah, fine, thank you.
Thank you for letting me talk. I'm going to go down now because I just feel a bit...
Hi, I wanted to speak to Coco personally.
Sorry.
If that's okay. I literally was wanting to come up to say, like, just using the word of, like, you lot, but I totally get what you mean.
No, I didn't mean it horribly, I promise you. My mum's white, my dad's black, and most of my following are white. I will just say that, yeah. And if a black person follows me, I get excited. Do you know what I mean? Because I've not had that integration with black people that I should. So when I met Paigey and Torian, I thought, oh my God, somebody that I can learn from. So to be really fair, since then, it's really helped me to be able to speak, voice, and express myself. So I can't knock them women and people like Devon, because they've taught me so much that I've never had that chance. Hence what I'm saying, a black mum and a black dad would have been good for me, because I would have had my culture still inside of me. Do you understand? I've had to learn all that on my own.
Yeah, I understand. Even like with your hair and stuff, like a white parents wouldn't...
Being the same age as you, I've just heard you saying your age.
Yeah, I'm 54.
Obviously, I've never once in my whole life, can 100% guarantee, ever used a racial slur. And going back to where you were saying, like, growing up back
when I get 2 minutes.
Back in the 80s, I used to hang around with the likes of skinheads and punks. And I actually used to hear people being called. I'm very nervous. This is my very first live, but I remember hearing all those things, and it's awful. And witnessed a lot of that.
It was
skinheads.
If I can say it on a national front, do you get what I mean? That's what I got. Daily. There was no reprieve. I had a foster mum, my next door neighbour was selling his house, and I looked through the window to see who was going to live there, and my white foster mum said, come away from the window. And I said, why? And she said, if they know they're black, people living next door, we might not sell it. That stuck with me forever, you know, and I was only about 11, 12. Like, it just, I couldn't understand why she said it.
Having to navigate all that hate, you know, that's bound to be like, that was bound to be so hard.
I'm surprised I'm this balanced. Do you understand, Ginger, Gemma?
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. You should be proud of yourself.
Just to interject, my mum was brought up orphaned back in the 1950s, and she got put into a nunnery home, and they just cut all her hair off. She's mixed race.
I got my hair cut off every single time.
They didn't know how to treat it, and we just go back to that culture thing. So she's always had issues about her hair ever since, and just saying about it's fine to be adopted by whatever it is, but it's just important to nurture somebody's culture and background, especially anything like hair or what, you know, and that's the only reason, because it can have a real impact on the child. But I would say a lot of people are educated on so many things now, and I wouldn't like, does that make sense? Yeah,
that's why it feels like we're going backwards, because it's scary for me. Do you understand? Because I thought, okay, I've gone through that, I'm an adult now, we're okay. I don't mind. I see it every day, but to be then monetizing on our race it's heartbreaking, and that's all I've got to tell you.
Yeah, that is,
and I know.
You're right, Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl, are you okay? Sorry,
I'm good. And Coco, I'm sorry to hear all that, honestly.
Thank you. It means a lot.
And I've come up, and you know, we're talking about the thing here about hurting people's feelings, right? I'm just putting this as a for instance.
Okay.
If there was a white person sat with all white people in a box, and was mocking black people, I'm just going to say this, would be outrage on the air. I went across the line last night.
Yeah.
All black people.
Oh, you're a bit muffled, love.
We had a picture.
I can't hear you, Pearl.
You're a bit muffled.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right, sorry. I'm saying if I was in a box with all white people and I was mocking a black person, it'd be outrage, right?
Yes,
last night I went past a live and it was all black people in, and they had a photo of King Charles, and they were mocking, saying, like talking in a proper different accent to what they were talking in, and mocking, saying that King Charles was putting them in boxes and he was going to whip them and put them in chains and everything. And I've got the video of it before anybody's saying I haven't. I've got the video of it. And Devon, you know these same people who I'm speaking to. Thank you, Linda. You know the same people. And if I wanted to, I kept it though, just because I get pulled up on everything. And I seen that last night, and you know, I was actually really hurt over that. Whichever way you look at King Charles, he is still our monarchy. Whichever way you look at it, right?
I don't care. That is disgusting. I wouldn't be in a life like that, and I'd be ashamed. Do you get what I mean? That is wrong. I'm white heritage and black heritage. I have a white mum that, God rest her soul now, she's gone, but you know, like my real mum and dad, not my foster parents, guys. And I still have a Caribbean, Jamaican, Rastafarian dad, you know, I couldn't get any, do you get what I mean? He's beautiful.
It wasn't about that, but it was still the monarchy getting mocked. Listen, when the Queen died, the monarchy was gone for me, so I'm not even sticking up there. But if we'd have done that,
yes, it is a controversial thing.
There would have been an outrage.
I do understand.
The only person that went past that and saying that. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I agree with this.
There's some bad things with the royals, though. I've got to say that.
Very bad things, and to me, the monarchy should be abolished now. Now the Queen's gone, it should be abolished because there's nothing about it I support. But the point I was trying to get across was naming who was in the picture. At the end of the day, he's still the king of whatever, right?
I don't agree with any white picture being put and just done that. Do you get what I mean? I don't care if it was Prince Charles. I don't think it's right. But there is a big story behind it.
I was trying to make. That was the point. It wasn't about the monarchy because for me, they can go away and never come back. I think
what you was trying to get at was the mucking about the chains and the, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that's what it was.
Yes. So if we'd have done that, there would have been absolute riots, whoever it was. But I'm just trying to tell you which picture was up there and that it was like full of black people. If I'd have done that on my platform, full of white people and putting a black picture up, there would have been riots, end of. But it's just, and that's why the divide here on this app, because it's one rule for one and one for the other. You know what I'm saying? So
can we share the live out? Can we share the live out to King Charles, please? Because he's been spoken about.
I'm trying to find something to excuse what come before. Devon, see you there again. I'm not at all. I'm just trying to give you the example. Devon, listen. Stop going on that everything's about colour. Just because me and you don't like each other, it's because you don't like each other. It's because you don't like me and I don't like you. It's nothing to do with the colour of our skins.
I think Pearl, what he's trying to do is
colour. It's just because I don't like you the same. It's just because you don't like me.
Hi, Alex. Sorry, I just wanted to jump up.
Yeah. By the way, Queen Ree, I've not got control of the boxes. By the way, it's the mods that are going.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'll jump down, but thank you for letting me up and have that. I'm so sorry to hear about your story.
I just wanted to say that I don't, and I haven't agreed with a lot of the things that you've been accused of doing, and for whatever. But I will say thank you for letting people have a voice, and being unbiased in letting people up. I don't always agree with you. In fact, 99% of the time I don't agree with the things that you've said or done. However, that's not my point. My point is racism comes in all shapes and forms, and it is not just the black community that is affected. It is every person of colour. Oh, here we go, Terry. Back in the comments again. It is every single person of colour. I went to a Catholic school when I was younger.
Me too.
Yeah. And it was, this was back in the 70s, early 70s. And I wanted so badly to be white. I wanted to be accepted by all my peers. And there was a day when I was told that I needed to prove that I was white underneath my brown skin. So I was given one of those horsehair brushes. I don't know if you remember them, but they used to be really, really tough, bristled brushes. And I was given a bucket and lye soap. And I was told to use that brush and the soap to wash the brownness off my skin. And if I could do that, then I could belong. Then I could belong to that group of people that I was so desperate to be loved by. And I did. I brushed my skin and I brushed my skin and I brushed my skin and I still have the scars to this day, until I brushed patches of it off so badly that I had to go to the medical room and have bandages and stuff put on to my arms and my legs. It was an experience I will never forget, because I went home that day and my mum looked at me and she said, "What happened?" And I told her, and I said, "I want to be white. I don't want to be this colour." And she said, "Well, unfortunately, my darling, this is the colour that you were born. You are a proud Indian person. Don't ever forget that. You will never have that white skin that you so badly want. Be proud of who you are and accept it. Otherwise, you will go down this this rabbit hole that you just don't want to be down." And so from that day on, ironically, I'm a very, very fair Indian, as I mean skin tone. And I do my best now to become as dark as I possibly can. That's the ironic part. But I have spent the majority of my life being called the P word, because unfortunately, when you're a racist, you don't differentiate between if you're Pakistani, whether you're Indian, whether you're South Indian. You don't differentiate. You just see the colour of my skin, and therefore you will just call me the P word. I have been discriminated by the black community because I went out with, I had relationships with a lot of black men. I have been, discriminated against by my own community, by the white community, by everybody. Racism exists. It is very, very deeply entrenched into people. It's so deeply entrenched that people don't even realize they're being racist when they are. It's like saying, my niece is mixed race. Turning around to somebody and saying, "Oh, I can't be racist because my niece is mixed race. My next door neighbour, my favourite next door neighbour is black. The person who gives me the curries down the road is Indian. Oh, I can't be racist." But you can.
Yeah, of course.
And people don't understand this. And that's the problem, because there is no education. There is no education in our schools to teach us about racism. There is no education in our homes.
So can you understand what... Right, so I'm sorry, I'm a bit upset. But can you please understand why Paige and Torian and Devon are trying so hard?
Absolutely.
I totally get it. 100%.
Please don't keep saying it's about race. It was about educating. Now we can't do it anymore because every time we bring it up, yeah, we can't do it no more. We can't. We just can't. It's just what you got to do is educate yourselves now, guys, because we're going down our rabbit hole of pain every time we have to bring up why we feel that hurt us. It's very tough. It's what that lady Queen.
That's right, darling.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. But I remember wanting to bleach my skin because I just didn't want to be this colour anymore because I was in a majority of white people. I love myself now. Nobody's telling me that I ain't beautiful anymore. When I see women do what they want, what I've got, lips, cheeks, bums. But nobody's telling me no more.
Naturally, you've got
They don't
naturally.
When they're putting braids in their hair and they're asking me, is it okay? And I'm sitting there thinking, well, no, it's not okay, because, you know, in slavery, when they was in slavery, they put pieces of rice in their braids, and that's what they had to take home to their families. No, it's not right. And when I'm trying to educate, then going, oh, do you get me? I'm cut off. I'm cut off.
Coco, I know you deal with.
Do you know the problem? Do you know what the problem is here, Coco? Though, do you know what the problem is? Do you know where you're out there trying to educate people?
Yeah.
There's a lot of small-minded people on this app that are not willing to listen. That's the problem.
Okay,
I understand. Coco, can I just tell you something? One of the biggest products that are sold in black countries and in Asian countries are actually bleaching products for the skin.
I've seen it. It's so sad. I watched in the Caribbean that there's loads of black women and men that bleach their skin. It's so sad.
That's really sad. I've just come back from Tanzania, and we went shopping, and the majority of the shops sold bleaching products for the skin, and I just couldn't. The thought that went through my head was, white people are trying so hard to get a tan, you know, suntan beds and holidays and that and the other, and the people of colour are trying so hard to get their skin white, and it saddens me. It hurts me to my very core that we cannot just accept ourselves for who we are, because until we start accepting ourselves for who we are, how can we make somebody else accept us for who we are?
I don't understand this world. All I can say before I go down, I don't care if you're black, white, any colour. Because there's no black and white either. Do you know, we're all coloured in our own ways. Black and white is a very strong word, you know. But I don't care what colour you are, what religion you come from, if you're small, thin. I really don't care. You respect me, I respect you.
Absolutely.
As soon as I've got that problem, I tend to just block and delete so that I don't say things that I regret, or I just have banter with them. But I just wish we could all unite, be happy. But I don't know if it's ever going to happen. But that's what my page is. That's what my page is, and that's what I built. I didn't build it on racism. I pick up some things and I say, look, this is wrong. But I don't build my lives on that, because I'm looking for happiness, what I can do as a person, what I can give back as a person from this world. I died as a baby, came back, so I come back for a reason, yeah? So mine is to love everyone and to just be nice. It's been hard on here, I'm not gonna lie. I had trouble on Facebook. I moved over here. I went viral at first and then it went all wrong. I don't know what happened to this app. All I can put it down to is when the money hit, things changed. All I know is that as soon as this was monetized and money came into it, it all changed. That's all I can say.
Adults, that's all it is, Coco. Selfish adults and us taking control. Because that's what it was. We took it away from the children and wanted to make it all about us. That's
how the trolls happened. The children were the trolls because they got their app taken away.
Yeah.
But then it turned into something bigger. That's the truth, guys. The app.
Okay, before you go, can I just say something to you? I know I'm still keeping you here, but
need to go because I'm crying. I'm sorry.
I know. Your story, both of your stories actually made me really well up, to be honest with you, and I'm so sorry you ever had to go through anything like that. As far as the black foster children with white foster parents is concerned, I mean, I don't have obviously experienced this because I am white, but I did have a black friend growing up who I always knew as Yomi. This is going to break you, I know it is, I'm sorry. Always knew as Yomi, and his sister was Bumi. They were fostered by an older couple who were white, who were extremely racist towards them. I didn't find, and after they left, they took another black couple of children who they also named Yomi and Bumi. I didn't find out until a year ago. Now, bearing in mind, I'm 45 now, and I last saw him when I was 11. He found me on Facebook, and his name's actually Stephen.
Crazy, isn't it? We had.
They literally did it for the money because they got more money fostering black children.
Yeah.
Than they did white.
Do you know, like, so I went over once to see him. I mean, Shane eventually stopped me going there. He goes, "You're killing yourself doing this."
Yeah.
But I don't know how to say this. How can I say this, Alex, without it? Can you say abused?
Just say.
Yeah, so my foster dad abused me. My foster mum hated me because of that. How that is my fault is beyond me, but there you go. And my foster brothers were made to eat cigars till they were puking.
Oh, so disgusting.
They were put in coal sheds. I watched so much. They was whipped with belts. It wasn't nice, but we survived it. This is mentally how I look at it, yeah? I survived it. And when I talk about my foster parents, I go, there is a lot of things they did wrong, yeah? But there's a lot of instilled morals that they put into me, that I have respect for others. I love people. I don't know how I love people, but I have respect for others. There's so many good things they taught me. It's the only way I can get through it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
You picked it. She grabbed onto the nice bits. That's
brilliant as well.
That's what I want to say. I hold on to the good things. The good things. I don't dwell on it very often. The only time we tend to talk about it is when something like this happens. So that's what I kind of mean, guys. When these sort of things happen, and we're talking about SPAGs, because I spent half my life in hospitals as well because of having my leg chopped away day by day because the bone were always coming out. When we talk about, when others talk so freely on our words or on that SPG, because that really did affect me as well.
Yeah,
you've got to understand that might not mean nothing to you because you're a healthy young man, Zach. We are not, and it affects us, and you can't keep doing this to us. It's not fair.
Exactly, and that affected me too. And I don't want to detract because it sounds like you're way worse, but I'm undergoing neurological diagnosis at the moment. They've actually put all follow-up appointments on hold, so I'm actually waiting to find out if I've got a brain tumour or not, which is nice. Or if I've got cerebral ataxia and might end up in a wheelchair. But my son, he is severely autistic, sort of select mutism. He's in a special educational needs school, and he came home yesterday and it completely broke me, and he asked me what an S was. And how do you explain to a child that's in a SEND school?
Because the word was abolished, wasn't it? It was taken away a little bit, and I think some people actually don't know what that word means that much.
You've never heard it because we don't use...
We don't use certain words anymore. No. Did you know my disability place, we used to call it the disability... I can't remember what they called it, but they even took that word away because it sounded wrong.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're really trying to make words a little bit more... So say like bipolar used to be called manic depression, which I got. Now they call it bipolar because it's less of a harsh word. We're just trying to... We're not trying to take away anything. We're just trying to make it more, less...
You know what it is? It's all about understanding.
Is it bipolar, Coco?
That's all it is.
Sorry, Alex. Did you say something? Sorry.
No, it's just all about learning and not causing offence. That's what people need to understand.
I've been on now 5 years. You'll never see me on the FYP because I'm black woman with an artificial leg and bipolar. So what can I say? Do you get me?
No,
so I guess I'm going
to be honest with you, Coco. If you decide to do one of them dancing videos, I'll put you on the FYP if you want. And
I'll absolutely put you on the FYP.
Yeah, I'll play the video for you if you want.
I've just given you a follow as well, Coco.
Oh, you lot are lovely. Thank you so much.
I'll give you a follow, Alex. I'm going to jump off just because I'm a bit shaky being on live. I don't do it really often.
Alex, I mean it. I've never had any... When I've come in your room, I've never had a problem. I stood up for Angie. That's when I got quite upset with Alex, you know, when I stood up for Angie. What a fool I made of myself there. You know what I mean? But that's
no, I think no one should judge you for that, really, because you, at the end of the day, you make your own mind up on
I've got massive empathy I'm sorry, Alex, but I have an empathy towards people, regardless. Even if Pearl said, look, I'm sorry, like she did, or, you know, I'm sorry you went through that. That's all right with me. I feel better in my heart. Do you get me? And that she even said that to me. To some people that no, there's no forgiveness. I'm not like that, guys. I have to learn to forgive and forget, or I wouldn't be here, because mentally I'd lose my head. I love myself. I do.
Do you think you're a bit of an empath, Coco?
I'm massive. I'm spiritual. I do readings, everything.
Me too.
Yeah. So yeah.
Now, quickly speak,
I just
Alex.
feel like that.
Yeah, Tracy, carry on. Sorry, Tracy.
It's just how I can see both sides. When I was little, my godmother, and I hate this word and I don't even know how to say it, right? My godmother was coloured, right?
Yeah.
And I never ever saw it until I went to comprehensive school. And when I went to comprehensive school, I knocked around with the daughter because the daughter was the same age as me. And they were picking on her at school, and I kept thinking, why are they calling her them names? What's going on? And you know, that girl had to explain to me. She said, Tracy, my mum's black and my dad's white. And I went, so what's that got to do with anyone else? It doesn't matter. And do you know what? I actually stuck up for her because I said, I don't know where yous are all coming from.
The word coloured is not a word that should be.
Yeah, we can't say that anymore.
You can't say that anymore, Trace, because
I know. So how do you say
it's mixed or black?
Mixed race, person of colour. I think people can use it. That depends on some people who actually.
Before everybody jumps on people that are white as well, can I just explain? When I first came on the app, I didn't know hardly anything. I had to learn myself that I couldn't say. I used to say to my mum, and I can say this, but I know it's wrong. I used to say to my mum, because that's what they said to me at school in my white family. What did they used to say? Mum, I forgot what the word is. Thank God I have as well. But my mum slapped me on the head and said, you are not that word, you are one or the other. And I said, then I claim myself to be black because I am black, right? But it was, I can't remember the word, but I used to say so many words that I thought was acceptable because I didn't know no better, that as soon as I came to this app, I had to learn so much. So please don't be so hard on yourself as white people. I didn't know some of the words because I wasn't brought up to know what was right or wrong. Do you understand? So please do not be so hard on them. Let them, please, if they want to learn, let them learn, because I had to half caste. That's it, Natasha. I said that to my mum, and my white mum smacked me over the head and said, you are not half caste. You are one or the other. And I said, I'm black then. And that was it. That was the word. It was such a bad word.
I don't say, right? I don't see people's outside, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see people's inside.
I know, but you can't do that either, Tracy. You can't say, I don't see people of colour, because you do. Let's be real, we do.
You have to. She doesn't mean it that way. She meant like she sees their soul.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
bless her.
That she doesn't judge based on colour.
Yeah, I understood what you meant, but yeah, we can't, like on an app or somewhere very viral, you can't really say, I don't see your colour, I just see you as you. That used to be the problem with me. So that my friends would say bad words around me and then go, oh, not you, Claire, we love you. Do you get what I mean? And I think, oh, I'm confused now. I'm confused. Are you racist or do you just love me? Do you get what I mean? Like, it was weird for me.
Yeah, do you know what, Coco? I'm actually learning as I go. Do you know what I mean? Because, like...
Baby, I'm still learning myself, and that's why I know a lot of people get angry with Paigey and Torian, but they've taught me so much that I never knew. Do you get what I mean? And I love I'm like a sponge. I come into Alex's, I listen to Alex, I listen to everybody. I love this app. It's got a lot to offer. I just wish there wasn't all this massive divide and hate. That's what I wish, honestly. If I could if I got a fairy thing and could go, please make this app a happy place, but then we'd all be boring because we'd all be the same. Do you get what I mean? That wouldn't be normal.
You know what, Coco? I will say one thing. I come, from an Indian family, and Indians and Asians, actually South Asians, are known to be quite racist. within themselves.
I live next to, I think they're Hindu. Are they the ones that wear the turbans, the Hindus?
Those are Sikhs.
Okay, and they are the most beautifulest people, and I'm
They
black.
really are.
They've offered me
absolutely
food.
are.
They've like let me know when they're doing prayers. You know, in the houses, because when they first moved in, they said it's like a 7-day prayer, and I went, that's no problem. It was beautiful to sit in my garden and listen to the children and the families, and you know what I mean. Listen, guys, it's all about educating yourself, learning. Cultures are beautiful, by the way. There's so many beautiful
I went to India and I went to the temples and everything. Like, I went to quite a few places in India, and I have to tell you, it is absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. Every place I've gone to, Portugal or everywhere I've gone to, the people are beautiful, and I don't know, cultures are beauty. You just got to go. Sometimes get out that house, touch grass. That's all I say.
No, but what I was saying is that because our culture can be quite racist, I will 100%, hands down, give this country the love that it needs, because this country, the people in this country, even though I had the most racist fucks around me as well, but the majority of these people in this country, in this beautiful country, gave me what I have now, gave me the tolerance to accept everyone for who they are, gave me my open-mindedness. They gave me all of that. I truly believe that if I was still living in India or something, my mind would not be as open as it is now, because we're inherently, and I think that can be said for all races and creeds and colours, that you know, there are some factors in your culture which are inherently racist, homophobic, everything. And this country has given me the opportunities that I've had. It's allowed me to raise my 3 beautiful kings, and they are kings, and my home is open to everyone. On any given night, you will find a mixture of mixed race kids, of black kids, of Muslim kids, of Hindu kids, of Chinese kids, Filipinos, everybody. They're all gathered in my house.
It's beautiful.
And that is because of this country. It's allowed me to open my eyes and to learn. And
I think, you know what it is with what I understand and how I see things, it's all about perception and context to a lot of these arguments that happen, because here's an example I'll throw out so people can understand, right? There was an argument that's been going on for many, many years where there'd be people coming into the country, right, and they'd be slagging off the country, you know what I mean? And people would say, if you don't like this country, please leave. But then the media would spin that argument that people are being racist and telling people to go back to their country. And that's about perception and context. It's not the fact is that they're telling people to go back to their country. They're just stating that if you're not happy here, why come here? Why do you have to slag them off? Just go back to where you're originally from if you're not happy. And that's all about perception and context.
That's what happened with the riots. Do you not agree, Alex? So, the media had a big part of that, and they will forever want us to be divided. I just need you to know that. Just be careful with media, television, and all that lot, because that's where it stems with the government. They will always want us forever to fight, and it does stand from there. What you hear on the news you think is Bible, and you trust it, and you've really got to look deeper into it. It does stem from media, and that's the truth.
And politicians, because politicians earn from your misery. I mean, if you just look at the fact that the partition of India, I know this is going off key, but I'm just going to make this one last point and then I'm going to jump down. Partition of India. We were ruled by the British, but India was a whole big country. And then the British came in, drew a straight line down it, and it became India and Pakistan. We all lived as one big country. And then somebody came in and said, oh, no, we're not having that. And they divided us. And therefore, we are now still divided.
Happened a lot of Eastern Europe as well, didn't it, Russ?
Yeah, they did it to Glasgow. They did it to Scotland.
They've done it everywhere.
Read your history, guys, because it's it's bigger than you think it is. But the sad thing is, what's going on the outside is starting now to happen within TikTok, and that's my fear. Do you understand? That's a bigger scale, isn't it? And it's another segment, but it's happening now within TikTok, and that's sad because I've been here 5 years. I've watched people come and go. I've watched people do the most craziest things and still be rewarded for it, and that is scary. There is no cancellation anymore for what people do, but I can't just blame the comments and creators. I blame TikTok. You put these community and guidance standards up, so why are they not being used properly? Because is Zach not live pro? Shouldn't that be stripped from him now?
Absolutely. And if you
Coco, I was
think about
doing
it,
quiz last week and it got taken down. Sorry, Queen.
That's right, my darling.
It has been.
I mean, I just find it mind-blowing. Here we all are, arguing on a Chinese app that the Chinese don't even allow in their own country.
It's madness.
Crazy.
It really is. I mean...
Because Chinese TikTokers, if people actually want to Google Chinese TikTok and look on YouTube, it's all educational and drama, like drama shows and stuff. It's nothing to do with what you see over here. It is absolutely crazy. And do you know what? They probably use VPNs to actually watch over here. Not the Americans love UK TikTok because it's absolutely crazy.
Did you know most of the British do not watch telly anymore? We watch TikTok.
Yeah. I don't watch TV anymore.
No, look who we've been going into lately. M's 10K she's had in her war over an old man sitting in bed. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's gone crazy. But also be vigilant and go and look around like the Americans. Right, the Americans are all battles, and in them battles they're savage, but they're all best friends and go on yachts together. I mean, they're clever. They're earning their money and then going and enjoying it. Then if you look at Australians, now that's another one. Like they're savage. They fight, they go to homes, they do things to it's crazy. But like the British, we're just like, honestly, Coronation Street or EastEnders, or it's quite interesting to watch all different varieties of how we all work. It is intriguing, and I do find it intriguing, but I don't think we need to go as low as our children, our families, trying to find out things about each other. Yes, by all means, find the P people, but you've made that word an unword now. Everybody gets called it. Do you get what I mean? Or
nobody's afraid of being cancelled on TikTok. Nobody. No, I remember when I first came on.
This is prime example, though. Listen to this. This is prime example of what TikTok's about. Literally, when all the drama was kicking off earlier, we had 1.2, 1.3 thousand in here. And when a nice discussion happens where everyone's saying their point and everyone's coming together and actually having a difference of opinions and having a conversation that's nice and calm, everyone's flew out to the drama live. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, you're so right. You're so right.
Can I just say thank you to Coco and Quinn?
Sorry?
Can I just say thank you to you both? Like, your stories are both amazing. Like, it's been really, really nice listening to it all.
Well, hello, Ginger Jembo. So was yours. I didn't know you went through that, but isn't it good if we talk and find out that there's different cultures and different people that go through things, and I didn't know you went through. I do know about what the gypsies went through, and my daughter's married a gypsy girl, so please, and that's like two demographics, look, LGBTQ and gypsy, and I'm black, so please understand that I love everyone. It's not about that for me, it's about how you treat individuals for me. I do not like how certain people treat people. I don't like it. And
I think that the main thing here is that everybody in the boxes and in the comments mostly, they've listened to each other. They've actually listened. It hasn't been shouting. It hasn't been people trying to get their points across over everybody else's. We have listened to each other and we've respected each other. So with that, I'm just going to say thank you very much for having me up.
Yes, thank you, Alex.
And
Thank you
I'll
so
see
much
later.
for telling us your story.
Thank you to Alex, and thank you to the comments as well. I did read a lot of your comments, and it did calm down once people understood. But like, it's sad that I have to tell a story for you to understand me, but it is what it is, isn't it? Maybe sometimes we do need to speak up and explain why we get so upset and why we get so angry. Now a few more people will probably understand why I get so upset with that word now, and that's all. Honestly, and the other word, it's just as important to me. The other word, the disablement word, it is, honestly. And I don't know what he was on about with the mothers and children, but to anybody that affected, I'm really sorry for everyone. I really am.
It's not your fault, Coco.
I know, but it breaks my heart to see people in so much pain and anger, and, you know.
I've seen quite a few creators crying over it, and it's just like, he let a lot of people down.
Broke me. I knew him.
You can't apologise for other people's stupid actions. That's the problem, innit?
Yeah, I knew him 5 years. In all them 5 years, guys, I've got to say, before he got really big, I've never heard him say a controversial word, not once. So I'm really heartbroken. He was so nice to me. He was, even when he got really big, he used to speak to me still. I'm just hurt that he did what he did. I'm disappointed in him because I never thought he'd say that, and to say I'm a Beyonce fan, I've got a black dog and all this lot. Please have some decency about you and just own it and come off, reflect from it, and come back and you know.
You know what it is, Coco? I don't even want to know what's going to come out of his mouth when all this Beyonce and Jay-Z stuff comes out through the media and stuff. Jesus Christ.
That's how it started, I do believe, Alex. He was so upset about, was it the P. Diddy thing? And then there was a little bit going on about how Beyonce will be pulled up and is it Jay-Z? But Jay-Z did change Beyonce. He did. And if you go out with certain men, it does change.
The thing is, Coco, we can't excuse him that he has no emotional connection with that singer, you know what I mean?
No,
you know what I mean?
Honestly, I will fight all day that it was disgusting. Absolutely not. But that's how it started. I think that's what was making him angry.
I will kangaroo afterwards. I can't read it at the moment, unfortunately. I will 100% message you straight after this live.
Alex, honestly, thank you very much again. Thank you to Ginger Gemma. Let me give you a follow, darling. Sorry.
Thank you. So I went into and defended someone I shouldn't have defended, and the conversation got really heated. So I just wanted to apologise to Coco for that, because I blindly defended someone who was racist. You know?
Listen. The good thing about humans, we're allowed to make mistakes. I don't care about people's mistakes. I care what they do after that mistake.
Yeah.
You can make one mistake, but can you keep doing it and then still keep saying sorry? I don't think so. No, because I've never once on here been on the FYP. Yeah, this is why my wall doesn't go up, because I'm not controversial. I'm not a person of. I'm just here for happiness and makeup and all that silliness. But like, is it right for me to? I've made mistakes, so I've apologised and I've never done it again. Is it right to keep making them mistakes? No, that's where I have a problem. We can make mistakes. We can even mess up, but to keep doing it over and over again, it's a pattern, isn't it? And I don't know if that's right.
No, I learnt my lesson 100%. That's never going to happen again.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you again, Alex. Anyway, nice to meet Tracy and Ginger Gemma.
Thanks, Coco.
Thank you, guys.
No worries.
Thank you, Alex.
No worries, Coco.
Can I just say, I wasn't racist. I remember Corey said something.
Yeah, it's fine.
Corey said something, and then I defended him and AR, and there was loads of them come into the box, and I couldn't get a word in. It was just mental, and I was just like, do you know what? He left me on my own to get dragged by all these people. So I was just like, why am I defending this person? Do you know what I mean? He clearly meant it.
Yeah. Like I said, we all defend people sometimes, and on another fucking breath we wouldn't. You know what I mean? But like I said, you've apologised, and she's accepted. It's done. How you doing, Frankie, mate?
Yo, mate, sorry, mate. I know I didn't mean to jump in, but can you see my comment?
Yeah, I can see him. You're saying yo, and yeah.
Yeah, sound all right, mate. Nice one.
All right, mate. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I do appreciate everyone that's been in here today and stood through the whole live instead of going around the drama lives. I mean, no one, how you doing, Vibe and Chill? I mean, no one controls anyone. You're free to go wherever you want. But it just goes to show there actually is people willing to listen to people's struggles and listening to people's experiences and that instead of going around and listening to idle gossip, chit-chat, you know what I mean? Thank you, Miss Funshine.
This life was lovely.
Yeah, it's been refreshing. It's been refreshing. I enjoyed it. You know what I mean? I do enjoy lives like this, and that's why I continue it and stuff. You know what I mean?
It's just so sad to hear what they both went through, you know, and it's just like, and that's just 2 of millions.
Yeah, well, yeah, and that's what I mean. And people sometimes are scared to speak out, but please don't speak out. There will be spaces for everyone to speak. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pick your circle, pick your people. You'll be fine. And I like this. I like when people are free to have an open discussion. You know what I mean? And like say,
Are you having a... Sorry, Alex. I don't mean to interrupt because I think my phone's a wee bit behind.
It's fine. It's fine. You can speak. You can speak. What's up,
Tracy? Are you doing your recovery live?
I am at 12. Yeah.
I'll definitely be there.
It's kind of turned into a bit of everything, I think.
Yeah, but like we go in about recovery and then we chat about other things. So we do. It's actually really, really nice.
That's, Tracy, I'm honestly, that is TikTok for you, and that I could be discussing one thing in a minute. I could be discussing, I don't know, trees or something. I'm throwing an example out. Trees. I could be discussing trees, and within about 10 minutes, I'm talking about skips on car tires, and then like 25 minutes further down the line, I could be talking about, I don't know, families and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just TikTok. Conversations just drift.
I mean, I'm learning all the time on here, Alex, like what you're allowed to say, what you're not allowed to say. And I never, ever want to offend anyone because it upsets me more than likely upsets the person.
Yeah, it's life's a learning curve. Every day we breathe we're learning. If we choose to learn on certain things, that's up to us as individuals. However, life is a learning curve and we're always every day learning. Don't judge someone based on their actions. Base their life. Judge them on their mistakes and how they rectify them. Yeah, that's how you judge someone.
Right. Well, I'm going to drop down because I have got hair dye in my hair. But thank you for letting me up, and this was a really, really lovely live. And I'll see you next Tuesday.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to end the live now, guys. Anyway, and Tracy, are you going live at 12? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going live at 12. Like I say, Alex, it's a bit of just everything. I think, isn't it, Ginger?
Yeah, well, guys, anyway, if you want to go on a live to go into following on from this, the Tracy will be live at 12. Well, thank you, guys, for everyone that's gifted. Thank you, everyone that's taps, shared, and 150k likes. I really appreciate you. You know what I mean? Thanks, everyone that's been in there. And you know what? It's been nice. It's been nice, you know what, not hearing people's, obviously, the struggles they've gone through, but without the arguments and without the back and forths, the shouting in the boxes. I know I got heated at the start, but... You know what I mean? It got calmed down and people was willing to listen and look. But you know what? Back tomorrow again, 8 a.m, back to the FYP, and we'll see what the commotion happens through the course of the evening. All right, guys?
Okay, see you in the morning, Alex. Thank you.
I know, and I'll see you all. Well, I'll see you later. And guys, I'll be in Frankie's live, or we'll sort Frankie out. Don't worry, guys. But thank you, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow.
The Observer, providing you with the latest TikTok drama from across the UK.